What's up, fellow heroes, and welcome to the Dragon and Friends podcast. You can catch us every Friday at 8 p.m. live, and if you want to keep up to date on the date, we will be posting these episodes weekly. Now, Yoselin, we
Yes.
usually start off with a topic. Why don't you hit us
Yeah.
with it?
Today we're gonna start off with a role play warm up because I like these. These are fun for me. It's my selfish time. So, today's question is: I want to know what your character has sacrificed so far, and I also want to know, Mario, pick one or two NPCs. I want to know what they have sacrificed that we may not have realized so far.
Um, that's hard to do without spoiling things.
I know, I was about to say, doesn't that spoil, like, some of the stuff?
Things.
Well-
What if they sacrifice that we don't know?
Because he
about?
always likes to bring them back into the story.
I do. As
Oh,
like
you do?
Yeah, I bring them back in, and it's like, this is your choices, your actions have made these consequences for these characters, and
What about Motok, who's died? He's not coming back.
His life would probably be the most obvious.
Motok died.
The giant that had the fights.
Oh, the Goliath. Yeah.
Yeah, he exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super dead.
hmm
I mean, that's not really like, that's not something you guys don't know about. That's not something you guys don't. There's, yeah, I don't know if I have anything that doesn't spoil it. I mean, so Cira, Fabio,
She also gave up her life.
she didn't give up.
She
her
didn't give it
life.
up, it was taken. There's a difference.
To clarify.
So Kira has, she tagged along because she felt like she didn't really have a place. No, I can't, like, that's spoiler territory. I can't even. I can't.
Hers is a little obvious because of what I remember what she told us when we left. She I don't know if you mind me repeating what I remember.
You can say whatever you'd like to say. I'm.
Yeah, so you don't accidentally reveal anything you might have with her. What I remember is because of the laws and culture of the Nala Empire, undead and necromancy and things of that sort are more than just frowned upon, are basically illegal. And her dying and then coming back and then staying and setting up shop like nothing happened is a huge red flag. Could put her life in danger, would probably ostracize her, and her life would become, not what it is. It's a much worse thing. So she came with us. That's what I remember her pretty much telling us that.
Yeah, I mean, that's still not a consequence that, like. But yeah, no, you're right.
It is a pretty good consequence.
It's
like,
not a
am I-
consequence you guys don't know about.
Oh, don't know
She wants to
Oh,
know.
right,
She wants to
yes.
know what a character has had to sacrifice, what an NPC has had to sacrifice
Well,
that a
like,
character doesn't know about. And I was like, I don't know how to get into that without
Yet, so
without.
well, I did not say that we don't know about. I just say a sacrifice.
No, you said not know about.
No, I did not.
You said that for at least the characters.
You said
Yeah,
NPCs.
yeah.
Yeah, you said
NPCs,
like
so, unless you didn't mean to include NPCs.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, unless that because I'm that's how I heard it. at the very least, that's how I heard it.
Well, I was
Um,
thinking like something that's already happened that we wouldn't have thought of
Okay.
in the moment,
What's
Like
up,
something we-
refugee? The question is, what is your characters had to sacrifice?
Be right back.
Essentially, what things have your characters had to sacrifice? So, I guess I'll just go back to Kira. Ramon already kind of put it. If it's something that I can say, even if you guys know about, then that makes things a little easier.
Yeah.
Kira's whole life got uprooted. And she has to come with you guys. She was already living in a place that wasn't really like for her. But
She was living in the Nala Empire because I didn't know that.
yeah, she was living. She lived in the Nala Empire, but the Nala Empire is kind of not fun to live in.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like at the time, everyone was new, so they didn't really explore the area as much as they explored Avendart. Even so, they didn't. You guys didn't really explore Avendart so well.
No.
So, like not. I shouldn't say so well. Not to my expectations. So.
We did it vaguely. Oh, we're gonna go to the workers area.
Yeah,
Oh,
like everything you guys did was for yourselves. It wasn't like, and so it taught me something. It taught me like, all right, how do I show them their stuff? Like, how do I show their actions affect a area, and stuff like that. And I thought at first by trying to give you guys side quests, but that that doesn't always work. And so sometimes you just gotta like indirectly put it into the main story. Refugee says that, well, he lost his dog, and that made him start assassinating again. So he sacrificed his freedom.
Yes.
So that's
John Wick.
Refugee's character. John Wick's character, his thing he wants to make.
Yeah.
Another one. So you said 2 NPCs. So Cira's one of them. She had to uproot her life. Cira's a good one because she's had to sacrifice a lot and not really like, but she's had to do it because she's had no choice. And she's probably, out of everybody, she's probably been the one that's been stepped on the most out of all the NPCs, which like the way I made her character was very much like, she's gonna do her own thing and she's kind of feisty and like, she doesn't care what people think, but at the same time, the way that the party treats her puts her in a position of like insecurity and just like vulnerability. And so it really like, I don't know, it changes the dynamic of how she like interacts with people in the party, and she's slowly like morphing into something else.
Yeah.
This is hard for me to talk about because like I don't want people to start metagaming. This is hard. So another character would be kind of another obvious one would be Cira Vistra. So I now call her Vistra because I got tired of everyone just like comparing.
Cira?
Yeah. So
Cira Vistra.
another one like I do a random name generator, and like if I like a name or if I feel like a name fits a character, I work with it without regards to like other things that could associate with it. So I thought it was cute that they had the same name, but apparently everyone else hated it. So,
I don't hate it.
so Vistra, she's had to sacrifice a lot. Right now she's in the middle of giving up more than she accounted for. But she had to sacrifice her reputation, especially whenever Dobie used her and her like subjects to represent. He represented her and her subjects, and then assassinated nobility, royalty, by accident, but still did it under the guise of someone else's face and not his own. So it's still like, it's a reason why people don't like changelings in my world. And even though I said Dobie, but even though Fabio like did such a thing, it's something that
We all know who you're talking about.
Fabio, he did it, even though he did it by accident. It just goes to show how much influence and how much power a changeling can have, and why the world views them as they do. So so Vistra, she's had to sacrifice her reputation, and that in particular was when she put her foot down. Like I made sure to make her a very like flexible character for the party, but whenever you guys did that directly like connected her, I had to put my foot down, and it made things probably a little bit too like professional, and I knew that was going to happen, and I said that through Ciras Vistra, which kind of sucks now because like for me as a DM, I don't care if you guys like do things without asking for Ciras Vistra's permission. Matter of fact, she doesn't really care. The way you guys like the way the agreement worked is that you guys will operate how you guys need to, and she will learn from you. But you guys went way too far with killing royalty and then using her as like a get out of free jail card, and I say you guys because you know like Fabio's part of the group and you guys take responsibility for him and stuff like that. But so that's when she put her foot down. But then it turned into this like, and she said like, yeah, I know this will turn into a relationship where we're no longer friends. And it has, and it's been annoying for me, and it's been annoying for Ciras Vistra because it's like, you know, you guys come in, now you guys are bowing, and now you guys are like asking for permission, and you're asking her opinion, and it's one of those things where it's like she wants to respect that you guys are doing that, but at the same time she's like, you know, I was okay with how things were operating beforehand, just don't use my face to go killing people. And so again, I'm gonna stop talking because I feel like there's gonna be some metagaming if I continue. One, because it just, you know, you can't help it. But two, because Ramon metagames a lot.
Rude.
Calling him out.
But yeah, those are my two NPCs.
I don't know what happened.
Choices. The question for
Metagaming. Refugee asked what metagaming is. That's a very important, good question. Are you okay if I derail this a little bit, Jocelyn? Not
Sure.
that I haven't already. So metagaming essentially is you, the player, know something that your character does not. So I'll give a small example. Like, let's say you are in one room. Your character, John Wick, is in one room, and then like Jocelyn or Itzel's in another room. You are playing at the same table, so whenever the DM says, "Oh, Itzel, you're getting attacked by 5 giant rats," and Itzel's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't fight 5 giant rats. I'm so screwed." You know, Refugee knows that Jocelyn's getting attacked, but John Wick doesn't know that Jocelyn's going to get attacked. So whenever Refugee is like, I'm going to run over to the room and start shooting them with my guns, that's metagaming, because why would you run into the room? You had no reason to run into the room. Some DMs are more lenient than others about metagaming. I'm actually pretty lenient about it, but I get super strict when it comes to really certain things, and it's the one thing, like you can not roleplay, you cannot do whatever, but it's the one thing I will call you out on, and I will stop the game. I will hit the brakes. John Wick always goes into a room and starts shooting. True. And so yeah, that's metagaming in a nutshell. Like what I said, you know, I have some home rules where, you know, Ramon may know that dragons have legendary actions, but his character may not. But I'm like, it's okay. You know, like maybe you heard it. Maybe you read it in a book. Maybe you heard a bard telling a story. You know, there's ways information travels in these worlds, and it's okay if your character knows things like trolls are susceptible to fire. You know, they can't regenerate. Caitlin left the stove on. Hold on.
Really specific.
I was making burgers, guys.
Oh,
All worth, dude.
Nice.
Worth.
Worth. Honestly.
But yeah, but if you ever, there's kind of an inside joke that we kind of stole, or I kind of stole from Critical Role, where I say caca, because and I it was perfect because Cesar started talking as a bird, but he can't talk as a bird, and so it was like caca, you're supposed to say caca, you're not supposed to be able to talk.
Oh, every time I get a message back and it's just
Yeah, anytime you guys metagame, anytime I hear metagaming, I start being like, caca, caca. Did it burn? No. She had nothing on there. She was just cooking a pan, apparently.
Yeah, earlier, like 30 plus minutes ago.
But yeah, that's metagaming. I derailed the conversation. Let's loop it back to someone else. You might need to repeat the question for whoever has joined. Speaking of which, it looks like we have everyone here. So I'm gonna start putting everyone's cameras on. If you could turn on your cameras while someone's talking.
Oh, okay. So for tonight's question, what is something that your character has sacrificed that ideally maybe the party doesn't know about, or we don't even know about? Or it could just be anything.
Wants to go next?
Working cooperatively.
So for me, it would be like
Sacrifice working cooperatively. Hold up.
Oh my
Hold
god.
up. Oh, what is
Tracks,
this?
You got
honestly.
to fight.
It kind of tracks.
Huh?
Cesar, I want you to know that Refugee missed your crotch last week. Or the week before when you weren't here.
I brought it back, baby. We're here. Actually, I'm not even on my crotch though. Actually, no. Sometimes it is, but no, yeah. I mean, as of a douchebag thing to say, cooperatively. It's just I'm always lone bird of working things out and doing things on my own. So I gotta try to learn how to be a little bit more restrained. Even though it doesn't seem like I am, still I could be a lot worse, I would say. I don't really have anything I really sacrifice too much. I can't really think of anything else. That's the only thing that I've been trying to... Oh, I don't know if it's really a sacrifice either. I mean, it has helped.
So is that a sacrifice for Cesar, or is that a sacrifice for Fabi?
I mean, I'm basically playing myself there,
Oh, okay.
just a little bit. So
Where does it end? Where does it begin?
Where
Who
does-
knows?
where does it end?
It's a saying.
Where does Fabio end and where does Cesar begin?
I guess I do have to play somewhat of a role, at least to what. I don't know. It's a good question. Play myself in the situation.
Yeah,
in
because
the
at the end of the day, you can never truly play yourself, because your true self would never be in the situation of having to fight 5 owl bears
Yeah.
or like having to negotiate with 70 dwarves, you know?
Right.
You tell you haven't been in that situation?
No, I'm sorry. Gosh, I personally have never been in that situation.
Hmm.
Shame.
It's not that bad.
At the end of the day,
Last
you're
week.
It's like a Tuesday for me.
still playing a part, even if it is like yourself, but fantasy-wise. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Like something your characters had to sacrifice, pretty much.
Okay. Real quick. I was trying to think of it. Not the only thing would be putting herself in situations that she fucking hates. Like putting there was a saying that I used to say for a while. I'm risky, not suicidal, is what I would used to say a lot earlier in the campaign. Y'all would do so much stupid shit, and to get in your favor, I would go with Itzel would go with you, even though she really didn't want to. As she has a daughter that she would like to provide for in her life and not die. So she leaves her daughter alone. In a lot of situations, specifically the one I remember is going after Cira in the spirit world or limbo. I forget, shadow plane. I forget what it was. I remember that one. And I want to, but I went anyways. Gain the party's favor.
Thank you, Bono.
Oh man, that's. I guess for Amal. I mean, the most obvious that y'all know of is him leaving his family, making that choice to go get his sister. But from stuff that he's really had to sacrifice, that I guess y'all would know about. He kind of alluded to it, but for my character's personal thing is the fact that he's not a wizard, because he wanted to go to school to learn that stuff, but decided he his family needed him more, and he feels like he owes them for taking him in. So, pretty much sacrificed his own education.
Cesar, is there any way you can zoom out your camera?
Not really. No.
If not, I'm just gonna be getting green Nike for you.
If it's
I mean, it works.
Just do it.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. You just be comfortable. That's the best I can do for your camera.
I'll do this.
I'm gonna get you that chicken mask that I put in the group chat.
Because he's a chicken.
Oh shit! Nobody calls me chicken.
Not by my name.
That's all Fabio is a chicken.
Exactly.
He's the chicken.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will put in the chicken.
Cira, or Caitlin, what if you had to sacrifice?
I don't think she's had to sacrifice much. I mean, she has a cat she can rebuild. She wanted to go on an adventure from her family, and she found that. I don't really know, honestly. I guess I left the comfort of my mansion or nobility home. That's which is kind of sad because I haven't sacrificed much.
I feel that.
I think you're looking at it as in like the things that you are doing, you don't feel like they're sacrifices because you feel like you would do them anyway. And I think just like how Cesar plays Fabio, Caitlin plays Cira, your character would just do this. They would fall down a chasm, get lost, but still come back to their friends, with a light grudge, but nothing too serious, not with likes of revenge and stuff like that. They would put their, she uses a sword and shield, and she jumps in front of battle and takes all the hits for everybody. So you could, not having an answer is an answer. Your character just doesn't feel, this is your character. She wants to put sword and shield on the line for everyone and everything she encounters. So there's not much that she really feels like, she would spend all the money. She would everything's materialistic to the relationship that she creates with these people. Everything is materialistic, but the relationship that she creates with these people is real to her, and so none of that matters, even though she came from a very materialistic family. But yeah.
Can I ask a different question? Because it just popped into my head.
Sure.
So where would Cira draw the line? You're saying Cira would jump in front of and take all the hits, but I don't think she would. Would Cira die for us, essentially? Would you sacrifice her death? Would you be willing for her to die for the party, or no?
I mean, I've come close to it. My other character already died.
Well, hold on. Like you said, Cira's always jumped in front. She's the first one. She's the one that takes most of the damage every fight. She's the one that tries to get most of the guys on her every fight.
Most of the time, she knows that she can be healed or revivified or brought back. But if there was a situation where, like,
Well, there's
no,
so not every situation. So usually on boss fights and stuff like that, or like very difficult fights, Cira will be below half health. She'll have like 10 health remaining, and you guys will conversate and say stuff like, and I'm sorry, I'm articulating because I know Caitlin will just give an yes or answer no, and I know Caitlin will like jump up if I say something wrong. But there's been multiple situations where Cira has been on the brink of death, and she knows she's not going to get healed because it's been discussed. Like, hey, can you heal me? Oh no, never mind. You know, Dobie needs it more, or Fabio needs the healing more, or you know, so and so needs the healing more. Cira literally fell off into a chasm, hoping that she was going to get helped by her teammates, and she was left to die. And she came back with reinforcements and help, and is only ever given Ramon or Kai a bad time. Like, she's only ever, you know, like, just brought it up as like a joke or brought it up as like an insult, but never held it against him and would still risk her life for him. So she has, on multiple occasions, even on one particular occasion, nearly died, trusted people, and then has given that trust back to people in the future, and continues to do so.
I think where she would draw the line is being told to die for someone.
but what is the like? Now I'm curious. What is the line? You're willing to do all of that, but like, what is one thing if someone were to do, or if we were in a situation where Cira would be like, absolutely not, I'm leaving? Is there a situation in which that would happen?
A brothel.
Yeah, entering the
No
brothel.
brothels for Sarah Candle.
Refugee even brings up a point. He said she got
Yeah.
yeeted in the air by a dragon.
I got unconscious just in the last battle, being on the front line. But I have been trying to, as Cira, try to aid y'all the best I can with my spells, and then go in and take the damage. But I honestly, it just depends on the situation, because I mean, Cira's killed people, and I probably won't kill a kid, but I don't know. It just depends on the situation. Is it evil kid?
I was like, maybe
Like,
it's an
is he
evil.
possessed by a demon and there's no way to save him or something?
Yeah, what's worse than a rapist?
A child.
child.
A child.
No.
No.
Well, no, I was trying to think of something that was morally wrong in a sense where it's black and white. Like, do you kill a child? No. Normally, you want to protect a child because children are usually innocent until, obviously they're not, but until they are aware of they are doing bad. What if
that
it's
would
a
be-
baby Thanos?
Huh?
That's what Refugee said.
Oh, I was
Refugee's
like, baby
asking if it was a
Thanos.
baby Thanos.
Probably,
No, I wouldn't
honestly.
kill a baby Thanos. I don't think
A
I can
baby.
kill a baby.
It's
awful.
a baby.
It's not that hard.
Oh.
Babies aren't that strong.
So a kid would be is one of Cira's line
Yeah.
lines to cross.
So yeah, it just depends on the situation.
I feel like that's a fair line.
It's a good line, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, really, kids? Wow.
You wouldn't kill this kid for me? Or for the group?
Wow.
Well,
Oh,
Refugee, it's like, oh, if you would go back and kill Hitler, then things wouldn't have happened, but then there would have been another Hitler. Like, that's the
we don't know
whole...
that.
We don't, exactly. So what if we went back and killed baby Hitler and something even worse happened? It's like, we don't know the outcomes of the future if we change the past.
Terminator Hitler.
That's Terminator Hitler.
Dun, 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 dun.
Talking about the butterfly effect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about that.
Worst worst Hitler.
So, well, we touched a different topic now.
Man, dude, I don't know. I've always heard that option of, oh, would you go back and do it? I feel like more the situation of the era caused it rather than the person. But that's not the question at hand.
Even without Hitler, there's still Karl Marx and all of those other. I'm not good at history. I'm not good at
Did
history.
you say Karl Marx?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit of a time jumps there, but
Karl Marx did not commit genocide, nor did
Well, I
he.
know that,
the
but
influence.
I mean,
Jump, but
America would want you to believe he's bad. Yeah, you got
Sal
something.
messed up your camera.
It's okay. I'll fix it.
But I think we all get it. It's like the effects of what led up to happen to those things were still present, even if so taking out one person out of the equation isn't going to necessarily change things, and it could actually make things worse, if not remain the same.
Correct.
The ideas that made all that stuff were still existent, but yeah, there's about a 50-year time gap between.
I know, I just got whiplash from you mentioning
I don't know.
Karl Marx.
I don't know history very
Karl
well.
Marx.
Ah!
Karl Marx wrote
The
Communist
the
Manifesto.
Communist Manifesto.
I think you meant Stalin.
Stalin, yes. I'm
Yeah.
She was-
Stalin and Hitler really didn't like.
Oh man. Can we just
Oh, man.
start?
Refugee Seas, it's been a long time that the whole Friday group is here. Nice to see. It is
I
nice when the
know.
whole party is here.
No. But I wrote down notes last week, so I have a summary in the mind of Cira if anyone wants that summary for what happened last time.
Summary
yeah.
and, all right.
But I will start whenever if Mario.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Hold on, let me set
Oh, the
the
recap.
let me set the
Time.
tone for you. We will. So you guys are in a pretty messed up area, so we'll do this. Well, we'll do this music. There we go. Go for it.
All right. It starts off on our airship. It says Itzel lost all her asymmetric powers because of, and now she is really old, which apparently she's not really old, and that's how I interpreted it. Her old lover, who is the father of her child, took away all her powers because he is celestial.
What is happening?
Incredible.
I'm listening to an episode of Jerry Springer right now, and I don't understand.
No, it makes sense. Let me keep going.
Oh my gosh.
Not the
Cira
truth.
has called Cira to help Itzel, but we don't know what's wrong. Itzel had to have a blood transfusion from Dobie, and the Mind Flayer tadpole in the blood of his helped save Itzel from killing herself. Dobie can have a telepathic connection with other Mind Flayers now. We are, and then it just like dubs. We're off to retrieve my horse. We come up to, and they don't sense, we come up to a floating island. So it like skips over the whole us going back to the mountain and everything happening. And then
Hold on. Refugee wants you to say. He wants you to just.
okay, the first part, Itzel lost all her asymmetric powers. She is now really old. The old lover of Itzel's, who is the father of her child,
Oh my god.
he took away all her powers because he is a celestial.
Oh no. Oh no.
I love the mind.
Is it me? Is it me? Is this just a really like? Is this a game of telephone?
Brain of Caitlin.
Yeah.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh.
the
Okay.
brain of Caitlin.
No, I love
Brain of Caitlin or Cira?
I
Both.
that explains
Honestly, at this point-
so much. That
Yeah,
explains
it does.
so much now. Like,
There was like 10 things wrong in that summary.
all right,
What?
I'm gonna take off. Hold
All
on.
canon now.
She gave it her best shot. That should
No,
matter.
It was very good. I love getting to hear Ciras' interpretation.
I have one more
It's all
paragraph.
canon.
Well, it's like 2 sentences.
Okay, go for it.
We come up to floating islands where dragons and angels are fighting. A red dragon comes to fight us thanks to Ref.
Oh shit.
I was getting into that. I crit
'Cause,
2 times.
see, that's metagame.
Exclamation point. Woo! Then I got knocked out unconscious. We kill the dragon.
Okay.
And then I say Hassan Eldon has ordered us not to enter the area by 2 angels, which we attack.
So let me that
Clarify?
No, it's all canon now.
so that is a perfect example of a what's it called? A unreliable narrator.
Yay! I was listening.
I'm sure you were.
I don't think that's unreliable. I just think that is her perspective, and that's all the like. In her mind, she's telling the truth, right? She's not purposely being deceitful,
That is
Right.
true.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like that's how she sees it.
I felt like she knows there's something wrong there, but she just continued to believe what she was saying.
Cause y'all can tell it like the way when Mario describes.
Okay. Just give me. Let me. So, last time with the Dragon and Friends podcast, Itzel ran into an old messenger that used to go back and forth, sending messages to her family when she was away, also sending money back to them from her bounty hunter jobs and guilds. This Asamir, which once was it, was Hassan. Hassan became disdainful of the gods. He felt like the gods have gone soft, and he wanted to rectify that. He wanted to change that, and he wanted to put mortals. He wanted to reset the clock, essentially. He saw that there was great power within Itzel, and he wanted to. He saw the potential in her daughter. He activated her abilities early, at a young age, and in doing so, she killed her grandparents. The villagers were scared of the daughter and locked her away, treating her like a rabid beast, not knowing what to do with her, and on the line of killing her. Unable to reach Itzel, because Hassan was the Asamir, that was the messenger between the two of them, they got word out to Itzel's estranged brother, who had been distanced from the family, but came back to save his niece, took her away. Hassan was unaware of this, and kind of followed his plans of coming in and taking the daughter for himself. So Maro, the brother-in-law, has the daughter and goes out, is angered with the gods now as well, kind of similar to Hassan, because they are too ruthless. They have taken away his entire family, and he feels that the gods don't have any justification for doing so. So he wants to change that. He goes and finds himself a god-slaying weapon, and he finds a powerful dragon to help him in his endeavors. Meantime, Hassan grows in power, ascends from Asamir to a demigod, and begins to lead a bunch of fallen angels in his new kind of like rebellion. He asks Itzel to join. Itzel refuses, only wanting to get her daughter back and wanting nothing to do with anything and not even caring. And so Hassan, not wanting her to get in the way, strips her of her powers because she doesn't see them as useful anyways. She sees them as a burden and a curse, and he strips them from her because her body is so used to having the Asamir, the celestial energy, it undergoes metamorphosis. So there wants to be cellular change. The structure of her body wants to change, and so kind of like how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, it has to destroy itself to become something new, and that's what happens. Its cell then needs a blood transfusion from any like Dobie, which gives her the mind flare tadpoles in them and starts the process of I forget what it's called, Ceramorphous, which is the transformation into a mind flare. The mind flare does not want the body to kill itself, and so it essentially acts in protection and counteracts its cells lacking celestial energy, only able to slow it. However, she is now corrupted with Ceramorphous now. In doing so, sharing the transfusion, she gets a small psychic link with Dobie, and they begin to share dreams of each other's past. They head over to Dragon's Reach in hopes to catch Hassan. It's all read about Dragon's Reach in a book and predicted that that's probably the next place he would go, due to the fact that he wants to mature his relationship with the dragon that he's bonded with. In doing so, they ran into a red dragon who forces them to disembark, and they see that angels and dragons are kind of going at it. The dragons are not happy that the angels have come by to their sacred place, and Hassan wants Itzel's daughter back. This leads them to having to move through this area, Dragon's Reach, this dungeon that is in the sky, as they come across some angels, some fallen angels that seem to be pretty devious or pretty strong for the party, but working as a team helps them do so, and they learn that Hassan has been able to distribute Itzel's power out to these other Asamirs who have also ascended from being Asamirs to angels, or angels that have just fallen from their grace, essentially. And so, our story begins. All right. That's my scene. You can say whatever you want to say now, but you guys have, as of recently, let me see. I should have updated the fight the party to fit these guys. No, I did not. We'll submit that. And then we're done. Yep. So fight the party is updated for anyone in the audience that wishes to fight the group.
Try and kill us again.
All right. So as of right now, you guys sit. There's a large chain that connects the islands. And in front of you is a pathway. It is open. You've slain some angels. And there is a fog of war, a thick fog of war that is going on around the area. You don't know what lies ahead of you on the pathway, but most of these floating islands are connected. So, for the most part, traveling on foot is doable, from what you can see.
Alright, gang.
I need to write.
Do we want to take a quick short rest before we head out?
I need like a long rest.
By the way, do you know what, pardon the language, but what the fuck that was about? After we killed them, it seemed their essence flew back into you. Is that, I don't know how Celestials work, is that like a normal...
I got no fucking clue. But you saw him take it away, so I guess I'm just getting back right now.
So do we have to kill like a lot of those? That's... Well, you know what?
What we gotta do, what we gotta do.
We,
How many are there?
enough to fight versus a dragon army. And I just like look up at the just insanity that we're surrounded by, I guess.
It's not like it's the battle was thick when you first came in, but it's not as thick. Think of it as like a siege. Like this isn't a fight that is
Okay, so it's
that's
not-
going
okay.
to happen overnight. This is something. This is a skirmish. This is something that's gonna go on
Okay.
for some time.
Okay, then I'll just. I mean, still reiterate. You know, enough to cause so many dragons into one area. I think we'll find. I hope we find answers here. Yeah. Do you guys want to take a breather? Then. So I know it's still. What time of the day is it? Like, is it getting towards the end of the day?
It's midday.
Midday. I mean, it's
Well,
midday. If we go ahead and
is it that your spells are really low, or does anybody need spells that need to recover?
Well, I have half of my spells, and I'm also very, very low on the health.
everything
Yeah,
hurts.
so last
you know.
time I used the rest of my healing on you guys, so y'all are about half full.
I've still got health or healing to do, but if a short rest would work, I think that'd probably be best.
I can't.
But we'll need to be.
I can't even do a short rest. Like, I have 2 hit dice.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
it's that bad.
Yeah,
do
I
you have
told
any
you I need a
potions?
long rest.
No, don't worry about it. I will do a.
Let's do healing. If we're gonna do healing, let's do it after a short rest, just to see how much we get back. No.
Well, actually, that would probably be best because I don't have healing spirit at the moment.
I think we could do a long rest because no one knows we're here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they didn't get away. So.
yeah, we killed both of them. They were trying to.
Is there a spot
Weird.
that like is there a spot around where we are where, or I guess crossing the chain to that entrance? Does it look like we can kind of hide there? That way, if someone flies over, we won't be spotted. Like, can I see that from where we are? If it looks like it's decent hiding spots. Do you want me to roll perception on that, or?
I mean, I can't answer your question, but go ahead and make a. You can make a.
Like,
I mean, there it provides cover. Like that's in it as itself.
Okay.
It's runes. It's broken. There are some areas that are, you can access. Like you can be under, but.
Ramon, do you say this out loud or what?
Like I just kind of look over now, and I kind of look over like, do you guys think that we should, cross and kind of hide under some of these ruins? That way, no one spots us from above or something.
I mean, we also might want to try to get some distance from here in case they do a patrol check or something.
The island we're on, it's kind of open, right? There's nothing on this island other than us kind of playing field.
Yeah, essentially the picture. That's the.
And a dead dragon.
That's essentially what you see. No, the dead dragon's not on this one.
Oh.
Okay.
2
Yeah, I
dead
think that's
celestials?
probably best.
I think we should probably cross and just hide underneath some ruins just to hide.
Yeah.
All right.
At least
So,
take a short rest so I can change my spells and heal up itself.
Yeah, I'm not.
So.
Yeah. Let's head over then.
Before we actually arrive there, I will turn into a bird and fly up to kind of scout out to see if there's anything else around
Okay.
that area.
Be a lizard.
As you're flying around, you run into like a barrier.
That does damage to me?
No, you just
Oh shit.
bump into it.
How high above the chain is it?
It's behind the wall, so it's behind the pathway.
Oh, okay, so it's not like vertically a barrier, it's just over there by the wall. Okay.
It seems to be a dome of some sort.
Okay. In the area within the dome, what I can tell, is there anything in
It
our...
seems like that's the path you need to go on to continue.
Okay. And from where I am, do I see any kind of like little areas?
So you guys are already there. You guys are already,
okay. Cool.
You guys are already there. Again, there's stuff to be under. I mean, like, I can't say if it's like, I can't say yes or no to if they're like good hiding spots. Unfortunately, I can't answer that question.
I'm just looking for.
But there are like if you wanted to hide somewhere, you can attempt to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll fly back down and I'll turn back into myself and say, so there seems to be a barrier up top, kind of almost a dome that I ran into, but really our only path is this way, so we have no other path to take. Now, I didn't really spot anything aside from this cover here, or the cover we're in now, so if we're trying to take a break, this would be the spot.
Okay.
Very short one. I'll change my spells in the meantime too.
Let's take a short rest then.
People should take watch.
2 at a time.
So you're taking it. So you're taking a short rest.
Yeah, can we do
Yes.
watch shifts in the short rest as well?
What was that?
Wait, we're doing a short rest, not a long rest?
Yeah, I thought we were doing short rest. Do you need a long rest?
I'm out of spell slots right
Shit.
now.
Yes. I would prefer a long rest.
Then I mean, yeah, I if we need it, we need it. You know, can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So who wants to take first watch?
If you, how many of us are there? There's 2.
I'll take first watch. Like I really need to
I
cover
would
anything
like
else
that.
like that.
Cesar
I'll do
has
first watch
alert,
with them.
Yeah,
so
I
you
can-
can't be surprised. Just if we think anything's gonna attack us,
So
he
Dobby
should
and I
do
could do
whatever watch that's,
Dobby and I could do first
I guess, in the
watch.
middle.
Middle, which is because it's like the middle of the day. So Dobby and I could do first watch. Second watch, let's let it be Fabio, and then third could be Itzel and Cira.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So we'll take Dobby and I will do first watch.
Okay. All right. You guys go to watch. If you guys want to do anything while you're resting, now's the time.
I try to look for any signs of herbs anywhere for medical supplies.
Okay, make a nature check.
See that roll?
What roll? Oh, God.
Oh my god.
That's fantastic. Rolled a 1.
Nothing. There's
Nada.
nothing of dragon change.
You know what I need? I need a widget or something that shows your guys' dice rolls. Okay. Okay, with a 6. You're able to find. You look and you look. You're able to find just like one plant. It seems to grow really well in high altitudes, and the roots of the plant have some healing property.
Okay.
This plant, because you rolled so low, is worth. You know what? I can do this quicker from here. Yeah, because you rolled so low. Ew, not that low. it's
Makes your tummy full.
It's worth 74 gold pieces in crafting.
74 gold pieces?
In crafting. It's not worth that much to sell.
Oh. Okay. Not sure what crafting means. In crafting.
So, like,
That's a new term to me.
how much time it takes you. So, for a usual thing that I make, like, I guess,
Okay, so if you want to craft, it costs money.
yeah.
So crafting, if you want to craft, I can't remember the exact numbers that I use, but essentially it is like for uncommon or for common, it's like 100 gold pieces. For uncommon, it's 500 gold pieces. For rare, it's
Okay.
5,000 gold pieces. So you can craft something. Like if you want to craft a common potion, you would need to spend 100 gold pieces. So what I help you guys do, part of our homebrew and crafting, is that like whenever you find a crafting component, or whenever you find something like if you want to loot the dragon, you want to pull off his scales or something like that, I tell you how much it's worth via gold if you wanted to craft.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And then you can
That's
just
nice.
add it up.
Still handy.
So you can use that flour and use some of your own gold. So you can use like 16 gold pieces and the flour and make a common healing potion.
Okay.
Does it make sense in reality in the world? No. Are we playing
No,
a sort of video game type D&D? Yes.
No, this is real life, dog.
Yeah. You take flowers and gold, healing potions every time.
Boom. That's how it works, right?
That's how it works. This
It's just like real life
ambience
one.
sound was not as loud as I thought it would be. I'm going to turn it up. Hopefully it's not too loud. Let's see. Maybe I can add. You guys are started a camp, right? Maybe I can add a campfire to this. Oh, keep going. I'm talking to myself. Sorry. I said I would stop doing that.
I mean that's all I'm gonna be doing during my watch and short or long rest. Unless I can use another roll for my second portion, or is that just like
Yeah,
the
that's
whole-
fine. You can do something. You went searching around, found the plan. If you want to try to do something else, I'll allow it depending on what you want to do.
No, honestly I can't really think of anything right now.
All
I'll
right.
just cover. Yeah. Or-
Make sure
Do you
Lou's all
want
fixed
Yeah.
up.
Dovey and I to go ahead and roll perception? By the way,
It's not needed, unless you want to.
I very much want to.
Sure.
Just in case. I want to. I don't know if Dovey will, but. Oh shit! I forgot. My perception is garbage. With. Yep. I just got an 18. Oh, that's not the right name.
Got an 11. Makes you feel better.
I think your passive perception is better than that.
Oh, it's a 10.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm really bad at
You're really bad at looking for things. Okay.
passes an 11. Yeah. Either way.
Okay. I mean, that's cool, guys.
Okay,
That's
so
good,
we
that's
can-
good.
okay, cool.
You know,
I don't know,
Like I stated it was not needed. You rolled. Now I won't go off of your passive perception. I'll go off of your whatever you rolled.
All right, cool. So that's. I guess if we do our long rest, then, and I guess we're ready to move in the morning.
You are talking to me. I don't. Are you talking to your group? Are you asking if anyone else has to do?
Kinda
Sounds like
both.
Caitlin has something else to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Let the second
just
shift take
fix up
over.
Louis and make sure he's all good. And I don't think I have much to do though. Because I That was all I wanted to make sure. I wanted to remind myself basically I had these.
Okay, that works.
I'll just ask Cira to fix my, I want to say blade. They got damaged last time we played them, if I remember correctly anyways.
You got damaged again? Wait,
I'm
which
pretty
one?
sure. You got time, fix that up. If not, it's cool. That's it. I don't want to do anything for your rest.
I believe the most I can do is resharpen it and make sure the enchantments are in place. Because it's your dagger of venom, right?
Yeah.
But while there isn't a forge or anything, I can't do major repairs.
Oh, okay. Works.
But would me helping sharpen it and I guess looking at it fixes damage dice, Mario?
So you can't repair it?
No, well, because you said sometimes it depends on how damaged it is. If I
Basically,
need
if
a
it's
forge or
broken.
something. Okay.
Now, if it's just damaged, you can repair it.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Do I need a roll? For
So
that?
how much is it damaged?
Just
Just
one.
once.
Just once. So that's basically common. So you need 100 gold pieces.
I'm gonna charge.
Do you
Freaking dope.
yours costs less, right?
Yeah, half the money.
Okay. So I said 100 gold pieces. I lied.
Or no, 1/4 the money. So
1/4 less.
yes,
Okay.
but half the time.
So it's hold on. Give me a second.
You're fine. Oh no, I was wrong. Half the time, half the money, 1/4 the time.
Okay. Half the money. So what is it? What sword is it?
It says dagger of venom.
Okay, so it's a dagger. Dagger. That's another reference I'm making. It'll be to repair it. We'll do two copper pieces.
Okay. I'll do it. I will take that from mine. Parties. Money.
Cool. So you repair it. You get to work on it. You use some arcane magic, and you start shifting the metals around in the weapon. You take some metals that you have, and you start fusing it right then and there. You have your you fashion yourself a mini anvil, and you ding, 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 as you use arcane energy to overheat the metal and do the work that you need to do. In the process, you use up to 2 copper pieces worth of material, but you get it done.
Okie dokie.
As diseased, what do I wake up to?
So go ahead and roll a Constitution check for me. You're not. Yeah, we'll say you're diseased.
It's last shift, right? Because I Cira's up.
Yeah.
How do I get you guys to play with
Honey.
each other? What do I
Why?
have to do? You're fine.
Well, at the moment, I'm asleep.
21.
That doesn't matter. That's not. You're fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine. What do I gotta do to get you guys to play together? What would help? How do I get you guys, whenever you go to rest, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go look for a good hiding spot. Can I roll to see if there's a good hiding spot? Instead of asking me a question, you're like talking to the party, and then how do I get you guys to be like, all right, well, That's all I'm gonna do. If anyone wants, you guys can go next or something like that. Like, how do I get you guys to cooperate with each other and not directly with me? What do I need to do for you guys?
Oh, I just stay quiet after my turn because I was waiting for someone else to jump in. Because
Yeah,
we all actually hate
And we
kind
just
of
gotta
talk over each other.
start letting it be known that we're done with our turn.
Amal's not going to be doing anything, so as soon as everyone's ready to go, I'm okay
Right.
to skip time and then boom, we're ready to go.
There we go. That's communication. Look at this relationship grow.
Start really
So-
hating each other.
I'm still focusing on my spells. Hold on.
All right. We'll take a second for that.
Come on, Grandma, hurry it up.
And
I like
Only dying.
and how is, and you can, since Yocelyn's like actually messing with her spells, I'm gonna actually take up some of the podcast time here, but you can actually like go with that. Yocelyn's messing with her spells. You can pretend to go over her. I mean, you don't have to. This is not needed at all. You don't need a role play. But how if you were role playing, you'd be like, oh, what spells are you looking at? Oh, hey, can I look at some of these spells with you too? And then help her pick out some spells or.
I actually have no idea how
Physical
choosing
art.
spells.
I know.
It
Claire,
happens
I,
in game, so I don't know how that
Right.
works. But
I
mean,
didn't
if
think
we
it was
can-
physical. I thought it was like all as a cleric and paladin. It's all internal.
Yeah, but you guys have spent months with each other. By this time, like, you've seen them do stuff. I wouldn't be opposed to if someone pulled out an app or looked up the spells in a book and was just like, oh.
I'm
You ever
to help.
thought,
I'm
or,
doing this today.
one time I was, my big brother's a cleric and one time he did this. Why don't you ever do that? Like, have fun with it. Get creative. It's like, or, I mean, you guys metagame all the time, but you never metagame when it comes to role playing, which is like, how do I get you guys to play with each other? That's my biggest
So if
thing
we- if we
every
can help each other
week.
choose spells. I didn't know that was I didn't know if that was like a thing. I don't know.
I'm not
But,
I'm not trying to make it a thing. I'm just giving
No.
examples.
We can.
I'm just giving.
I am so down to help you guys. So one thing I didn't know.
help each other.
Because I thought we didn't know. Who, since the three of the or
Ramon
three
isn't
others-
asking. Remember, Ramon's not asking.
Yeah, no. This is
Okay.
Amal saying
Okay.
we have three other dedicated, sort of dedicated spellcasters, right? Do we want to maybe have, like, do all three of you kind of know how to heal people?
I do.
Like,
Yes.
you, okay.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, that's not really I don't know how my magic works. I just know one day I could do it, and I kind of
Same.
learn things as I go. It's weird. It feels like you guys kind of understand your magic more than I, but unfortunately, no.
Bitch, you just saw some
course
celestial
I
fucking
do.
yank.
Well, in the sense that you're saying that you're, working on what you want to be able to cast, doesn't work the same with me necessarily. But if I knew how to heal folks, I would. But unfortunately, that's not kind of my thing. Of the three of you guys, do we know whose abilities could grant them, the best shot at it? Because I know.
For healing, you say?
Yeah, because I know some paladins have innate, the lay on hands kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
I have mass cure wounds equipped
Did you
right
really
now.
forget one of your staples? But I know
I just
there's
use it
certain druids.
on myself.
Certain druids are very good at healing, and I think I haven't met too many artificers, but so I can't really say too much on your ability. But clerics, paladins, druids, kind of
Well,
good at it.
I'm trying to be versatile as I can. So basically, I can heal where it's definitely needed, but I can't heal large quantity in a short amount of time. It's like gradually you'll gain health. I can do a mass cure wounds. I can do
You've used that
a
before. It summons a totem or something, right?
no. That's healing spirit.
Oh,
Mass cure
sure,
wounds
okay.
just heals a huge portion.
No,
a lot of
that's what I
people.
meant. That's what I thought. That's what I was talking about.
Before we head in, Just
Yeah.
a reminder,
Yeah.
these celestials are resistant to radiant damage, so don't pick spells or weapons that do radiant damage.
There we
think that's
go.
all.
Damage is like your
Now
thing.
you-
Okay, that's just me that.
Yeah, so is that like, is that a self reminder or
No, just in case anyone else has this problem, but I guess
Now
it's
we're
not.
starting to sound like a
Um,
D&D podcast.
I'm not much of a was never big on going to temple myself. You know.
Were you guys ready
I
to
don't-
go?
I don't even go to temple.
Then how does that work? Cause are you paladin or a cleric? I feel like
Both.
wow, you're both and you don't go to. I feel like that's a. I don't know if I just misunderstood, but most of the ones
Yeah.
I've met, it's a big thing for them. Paladins not so. Some yes, others no. Kind of big on their oaths thing, but clerics I feel like it's a big emphasis on the whole religion thing.
Nah. There's no reflect.
Where's Dobby in all this?
It's just chilling.
He's just sitting there. Looking up.
Oh! When we were taking a long rest,
You guys nerds.
did me and Dobby have like some dream shit go on?
Okay,
It's good that you asked. I was
Yep.
gonna wait till you guys were done to say anything.
Refugee says, why aren't you in your old voice?
He's not old.
Ooh.
No, it's
Whoa.
canon. She is
Refugee.
old. She's an old lady.
Me?
It's canon. Yes.
Yeah,
She lied
because
about her
he's
age
under the impression you're old.
instead of being
No.
early.
Oh, why am I not in like a old lady voice?
Where is
Ah.
Dobie?
Still a whippersnapper.
Is Dobie on the map?
What?
Did you
Oh,
cover
there he
him up?
is. Yeah, I did.
Lady.
Okay,
yeah, he's-
so if everyone's done, Youngson, you got your spells?
Yes.
There's one thing I want to say towards. Wanted to ask. Before we got carried away, Fabio, you're really. I feel like a lot of your spells are really good for affecting over a wide range, either multiple enemies or the terrain. That's kind of your. You're really good at that. Do you have any specific spells that may? Or when it comes to those spells that affect it, what saves? I don't know how to ask it in a way that is for D&D. In game, so I'll ask it. What saves in particular are they? And I would like to know because I think I can assist with that, just to make sure your spells are a little bit more effective. If we have a particular enemy that we're targeting, like a single person.
so your question is, what spells do I have that affect the terrain and multiple enemies?
What would it be good if you have any spells, or even itself or Cira, spells to restrain an enemy or stun them or something like that? Whether it would either they have to dodge out of the way, be dexterous, or if they have to be strong or strong of will, strong
Oh,
of mind.
okay. You're asking us what'll help you with your hex shit.
Sure.
That's the basis of what this is.
Yes.
There you go. Okay. Now I understand what you're trying to say. You say so much,
I don't know how to say
but are
it.
trying to
Just say it.
convey-
Like, here's the thing, Ramon. I don't
we're
mind.
like-
It's okay to metagame RP. It's not okay to metagame the game. Does that make any
Okay.
sense?
I
Like,
had no idea where the line was. Then yeah.
the
so
things
my
that you
effect-
choose not to metagame are the things that I want you to do, but the things that you do choose to metagame, I'm like, no!
I honestly thought that was part of Amal's personality, was just saying, like, it's
Right.
just like prolonging.
Prolonging conversation.
No, that was
I just
me
thought that was it.
trying.
Drags it out.
I didn't know where the line was. I was like, "Fuck! How the fuck do I say it?" Because it says, "Yeah. What is it? Is it intelligence, dex, what?" So I know if we have a boss or something, what to try and do.
I have Grasping Vine that will try to bind someone or restrain someone. and saving throw.
Refugee wants
must
you
be a
guys to make food.
Dexterity saving throw.
Specifically, the old lady Itzel.
Sorry?
Old lady Itzel needs to make food for everybody, says Refugee.
Yeah, Litzel's not a cook.
Figure it out.
'Cause
She's
the
got-
only thing I have to hold people is Sonatic
She
Static, and
doesn't
that's
even
intelligence.
have liquor. Alcohol. Sad.
So if you guys could just, I guess we'll move along, but if you guys could look at your spells and just shoot me a message on Discord or on here and let me know. That way I know.
No messages.
Or if you guys could just look at it and then let me know.
Well, let's just take a minute and look at it right now.
So I have Somatic, Static, and Hypnotic Pattern, which I think both are, one's intelligence, one's wisdom.
Yeah, for me, most of my stuff is like wisdom based.
Wisdom?
Yeah. Or
is it just
charisma. Wisdom or charisma for me.
Wisdom or charisma. Okay. What about you, Fabio?
Hmm. It can be wisdom. It can be dexterity.
I have blindness
The
slash
strength.
deafness, which needs a con save.
It's kind of hard to say what.
It's-
Well, let's think about
it's-
what we're gonna be
it's wisdom.
facing, because
I just mean for in general, if we have something and I have two, I think wisdom would be a good thing to make it to fuck with it, because I feel like we have at least one each. Because I have Hypnotic Pattern, which is wisdom.
There you go.
All right, that's all I wanted to know. Cool, thank you.
Okay. So that was beautiful. One, Itzel and Amal got to have like a little character moment. Amal learned a little bit about Itzel. That's what I'm looking for. Great job. Loved it. And you guys are going to start doing wombo combos like the Justice League or the Avengers. So, as you sleep and rest, let me set up the music. Itzel, you dream of something that seems way too familiar. You wake up, you get out of bed, you seem to get out of bed early, there's someone laying next to you, but it's kind of like a stranger kind of thing. You go over, you start gathering from your farm, and you make breakfast. You realize you're not in your own body. You make breakfast, wife and kids come out, and you're sitting down. You seem to be enjoying it. Your wife gives you a kiss. You go out into the woods to go gather more firewood, and then an arrow comes and hits you. You fall over. You can see the arrow embedded inside of you. You see what seems to be a raid party. You see a man marked with paint on his face that seems that he did with his hand walk past you. Kind of gives a grin. You know, you reach out, you want to you're going to swing at your axe. He kicks your axe out of your hand and he stomps on your face. The last thing you see before things blink away is as him and his raiders are walking, making their way towards your farm. And then you kind of just like wake up. Yeah, that's the dream you have.
Okay.
Well, is everyone ready?
How are we
Yeah.
gonna get around the barrier?
Good to go.
All right. Let's head off then.
Okay, Fabio, you start walking again, and then you run into the barrier yet again.
Ah!
Come on, man.
You all right? What was?
We're still inside the barrier.
You're outside the
Towards
barrier.
side.
Oh
Okay, we're
shit.
out.
Oh, outside the barrier.
You're
We're
outside.
still outside the barrier.
And I touch the barrier and try to see what kind of magic it is.
You go to touch the barrier. Make a Arcana check.
No. That's a 6.
6.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take a wild guess that it is celestial. It's radiant.
Okay, so we gotta get
I
past.
cast Dispel Magic
All right.
on it.
You go and you go to dispel the magic as it
Or
looks like it's about to dissipate for a little bit. Let me double check dispel magic before I shoot myself in the foot.
Sir.
If it's a strong spell,
Yeah.
can't be casted on it.
is
Well,
one
it is
creature,
a giant.
object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make it an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Oh, I make the ability check or you make
I
it?
do
Oh,
with my spellcasting ability.
yeah, go ahead and make the ability check.
The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Can I do guidance on myself? Does that count?
This is not an ability check.
No, you just cast like your.
Yeah, this is
Dispel
part of the dispel magic. You're in the middle of casting it.
No, it's a 6.
Okay. Unfortunately not. You go to dispel it and you're going to take 7 points of radiant damage as the barrier kind of does this rebound to you. You've seen this barrier before.
No.
What's wrong? Do you recognize the barrier?
This is the same. Oh wait. Do you recognize the barrier?
That looked like it hurt. Are you
I think
okay?
Yeah, that hurt a little bit. I look for any what's it called? Like things to the side that we can trigger or hit or try to
Wards?
dispel.
Wait.
Any
Boards
M-shaped
and-
objects?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check or
Remember
investigation check.
when we tried to save those minotaurs way back when?
No.
So
Yeah.
This is different.
Never mind. Then I don't know what I'm
This is
talking
when you
about.
guys were at the Black Mountain.
8. Oh yeah, that was my
I try to walk backwards through it.
8. You bump into it. This is whenever the angels were being
Yeah.
used.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
When they died, we figured it out.
No. I forget what we did.
You just let the angels die.
Yeah.
You
We
let the die.
we did. Whenever we dispelled magic on them, they
Yeah.
died anyways.
okay, we gotta.
You look around for a little bit. You don't see anything.
No fucking clue.
You said it.
So
A route to another location aside from just directly ahead.
Okay.
Can I make a? Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, can I make a roll?
What I could see.
And when she was dispelling magic, would I have been able to notice if it was kind of working, or was it just she made the sign and it hurt?
It looked like she just failed. Like she attempted and like didn't even come close.
You know what? I think I'll give it a shot. See if maybe this will work. And I'm going to cast it.
Guidance.
I don't think guidance works in this situation.
Not.
Because this is
No,
like
it only
this is
works
a
on
s-
ability
this is
check.
not an ability check. This is like a
Yeah.
spell attack.
Yeah, Pussycats ability checks.
For each spell of 4th level or higher of the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. That's for Dispel Magic.
Doesn't count.
No, but guidance to.
Guidance says you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check.
God has said, as my eyes grow a
I
radiant yellow,
will
and
fight God.
I will cast that at 5th level because I don't have a choice. This could power a city for an entire year.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay, let me. Oh, now that I have to roll, I'm realizing how dark it is in my room right now. Spell magic. Okay. Whew. Do I have anything that can help? No, I don't, because I'm a warlock. That's not how that works. I rolled a 13.
What's your spellcasting
Okay,
modifier?
Jocelyn, it says spellcasting ability. That's it. That's your attack. There's no such thing as a spellcasting ability.
Yeah, it's
It's the ability to cast spells. That is what it is saying.
Spellcasting ability is the modifier for what I use to cast spells, right? Not the
Yes,
spell.
not.
So that's gonna
It's
be
that's your
an 18.
attack.
That's an 18.
It's an 18.
Yes, because I rolled a 13 and I have a +5 mod to charisma.
Wow, that's pretty good. So you get in there. There's this. Your spell starts to activate, and there's this like bird, the same bird that you had before. It kind of comes in around you as it activates, and then it almost disappears as it shows up. And you press your hands up against it, and the spell's fighting back with you as it's blowing, and it starts to dissipate, and then it closes again. And you will take 7 points of radiant damage.
What the?
I just kind of. Oh my god, I don't think.
Can I do an Arcana check as well to see if I can tell if anything of it?
That's the
See if I
first
recognize.
He said like he made a hole, right?
Yeah, he actually made a hole.
That's the
Fabio.
first try to spell.
We'll try that again. Be a bird and fly in.
Oh, you made a hole?
And it closed up.
Oh.
He had to
Was
use
it a
a
big
5th
hole?
level spell.
Was it like a small hole?
How big are we talking here?
Right. How
I
big
would-
is the hole?
I would say it's about like
For-
it was like 3 feet in diameter.
Alright, Jennifer Bird will throw you through, alright?
Well, hold on. Let me
How long did
let me
how
at
long did it
least
last?
check what kind of spell this is. So I'm gonna do a guidance and then an
I
Arcana
think
check.
you're giving too much credit to Arcana checks.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta try.
Well, there.
Damn, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. 9.
This is
A 9? Okay, so you are the closest thing. You're not able to get much. I'm not gonna lie. But the best you can decipher is that this thing is
in fact
very
bigger.
close to an anti-life shell.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
I will use your wounds on it. Not sure what the hell that will do, but I will cast it on there.
Like the place?
While
Like the place?
doing all this, can I?
You heal the barrier.
Oh my god. Fuck this barrier.
Yeah, that
What's
was,
up?
that was a weird choice.
So the barrier is clear, correct?
Anti-life, life. And then
Roughly
Clear?
clear.
It's
Yeah.
transparent.
that.
Transparent.
Yeah.
Is there anything beyond the barrier that we could that I can see, or that is it within range? That would be like wards or ruins or like in the area.
You're in the ruins. So ahead of you is a pathway.
Mhm.
So ahead of way is like a narrow pathway. that doesn't really have like any ruins or anything. You are in like what used to be a fort or something.
Okay, I meant RUNE, not RUIN. Like
I get what
symbol.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, a rune.
You can
You're
you can look around.
I would like to search the ruins we're in.
Okay, make a.
I will help look around.
Okay.
Investigate.
Yeah, that's an investigation.
Yeah.
Can I give?
Dude, these rolls, bro.
Yeah, you can give her advantage.
Thank you.
Hey, you guys aren't doing so hot on rolls.
What are you doing, Cira?
No!
What are y'all guys doing?
My roll wasn't too bad. Just
Looking for
But
any glyphs, runes, triggers.
I'm trying to look for any hints to see if in the area we're in that is causing the barrier.
Well, why'd you say
I
so?
got a 15.
I'll help you out.
15.
she's already getting help.
So you start looking around. That's fine. He can make his own roll. Roll for investigation.
Oh, then can I also roll for
Uh,
investigation?
No, you're too busy messing with it. This is essentially simultaneous.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
give you guidance and then intelligence. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, all our rolls
8.
suck.
So you begin looking around.
Cuando celebramos el Día de la Independencia.
What the?
And you don't see like any ruins. You don't see anything in particular. I don't know why you're looking for those.
Because we
We're
don't
just
know
trying
what
to
else to
See
do.
my
All right.
I actually,
Anyone's
So
got
you
a
know
shovel?
Guys, I have
that
an
this
idea.
is being powered by a life force. You've seen this barrier before because it's being powered by
Okay.
an angel.
Mhm.
And last time you guys let the angels die to lower the barrier.
Oh, do we see an angel? Oh, is there an angel?
And I'm
around?
only like telling you this because it's kind of been already
We're-
stated.
We're very
I-
dumb.
I've already said this. But
I will even flash a divine sense to sense any celestial fiend or undead around me.
there you go.
Yeah.
I'll grab a shovel and just dig down
You
and see.
sense a you,
I was thinking of Misty stepping, but I did not want to be alone on the other side of the barrier.
Hey, it worked. 30 angels come out.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
so you do divine sense. There's someone under you.
The shovel would have worked.
Oh my god, he was right with the shovel.
Celestial under
Also part of the reason why I didn't want to turn into a bird and be up by myself on the other side.
I will
Had a-
shout. I will use thaumaturgy to make my voice loud and say, I will like even stomp on the ground below, make noise, be like, "Hey, Luke, we know you're here. Come out."
You get no response.
What are you yelling
So
at?
he's probably
That's right. He's
trapped
probably
in
trying.
there against his will.
They were tied up.
I am.
Remember,
Look,
we let them die on a post.
I'm thinking. I thought he was just using angels as guards.
Where did you sense him?
Let me walk over.
He's about
Right
yeah.
here. Right there.
So yeah, he's
Alright.
about 20 feet under you.
He's about 20 feet under us.
Man, who wants to?
Does someone have a shovel? I don't.
Is there an entrance? Do I see? Now I will start looking for like an entrance. Maybe like an underground
Okay. So
pathway.
go ahead and roll. If you guys
Anyone
kinda-
see?
This is one of the
Uh,
times. Oh,
I do want to help her.
you know what? You guys said you like it, and it's my own DM style. Who cares? This is one of the times where I've specifically geared a puzzle towards Itzel because it's her thing. I knew Itzel was the only one that would be able to discover. I was just like, it's only a matter of time.
We're just so dumb that it's like. Well,
Did I
goddamn.
get
Oh,
help?
you're not dumb. You just don't have all the information.
Did I get help? Did someone
I
say
want to
that
help her out. Yeah.
How do you? I mean, I know how you're gonna help. I probably know your answer, but it's probably not gonna give her advantage. Which I know I gave Cira advantage earlier, but it was like I don't.
So I guess the way I'll say it, if she's saying that there's somebody under us and we want to look, I want to kind of walk a little bit.
So
So it was on the chain that, or past the chain, right? Like we walked the chain, made it past, and then ran into a barrier after getting off the chain.
are you on Roll20?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys are in that area.
Okay.
That's at the
then
end
yeah,
of the
if it-
chain.
That's where we stayed.
If it's underneath, then what I want to do is I'm the green. Either kind of walk towards over here and see if there's doorways to go down, or walk a little bit outside of the chain and kind of look down to see if there's entrances like over here,
Okay.
or maybe hidden in the shadows or around.
That is okay. No, that will require you to do your own roll. So both of you guys do separate rolls. You're both looking for different
Oh
things.
yeah, can't
What's the
see
modifier?
shit. Perception, right?
Oh, perception?
Investigation.
Oh hell yeah, thank you.
Dirty 20.
Doesn't matter. I got an 8.
Dirty 20.
Boy.
Okay. You look around, Amal. You start seeing under the chain. So in one of the crevices, like in the rock, there is someone there that seems trapped and like chained up against the wall. Itself at around the same time, you find a latch that's under a table. You pull it up, and there's a stairwell that goes down.
Found it.
What you got there?
I found thing that goes under.
I think we're looking. I think we're looking at the same. Is this the same? Whatever. I'll just walk towards the group.
Let's go.
Right, as
All right.
Again, walking, yeah.
you guys
Oh.
head down into the.
Follow.
See, this is where like you guys interacting with each other helps me a lot. Because I don't know what Salvador's gonna do. I don't know if Salvador intends to stay on top or if he intends to go with you guys. So if I assume he stays on top, I could be screwing him over. If I assume he goes with you guys, I could be screwing him over.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like so whenever you guys all interact with each other and you're constantly like playing with each other as a party, it helps me out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if like Cira or Caitlin want to stay on top or like I know you three want to go, but then me it's like, okay, so do I stop and just ask them or do I just continue? Like I don't know what to do as a DM in like situations like this.
Yeah. I say let's all kind of go together. Let's not get separated, gang.
Yeah, I'm not staying up here by myself.
Everything here seems to be quite dangerous. Is it dark down the latch, like, or is there light coming through?
There's light. It seems like the hallway's been like broken and messed up and it's exposed to the elements.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Then let's head down there.
Yeah, I'll follow. I was gonna say it might be good to keep watch just in case there's anything that might be entering with us, but
Let's just close
I don't
the hatch
really
behind us.
see. Huh?
It's fine.
Okay.
Also, yeah, we could just close.
I feel like people say that before they die, but yeah, let's go ahead and
Yeah.
close the hatch
Story
here.
of my life.
I'm sorry, close it.
That's all right.
Whoever
What do you
comes in
mean
last.
it's alright?
Well, let's look for any traps. So I'll be looking for any traps to make sure there's no. Dobby, if you could help me out too, because I know you're pretty good at investigating for traps.
I will. No. I'll go in front because I'm pretty sure I have a higher roll than you overall.
That's investigation, right? Or
Traps.
checking for traps. Or perception. Or either or.
Okay, I have a
I
better
will give
army rate than I do finding. How about that?
Oh.
You're getting
But
better.
you
You can
can-
find them easier, but I can disarm them easier. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can disarm them easier.
Because I have like a +8 for my sleight of hand.
It'd
so
be like
we might
a
not-
perception check.
Oh,
Okay.
she disconnected.
And so can you give
Hey, Mark, the
Dobby
camera.
guidance and I'll give myself guidance for
that's not
investigating?
good.
Okay, I'll do
That's
that.
perception.
Don't. Well,
There it is.
You're gonna
My bad,
persuade the
Wow.
chap.
Oh, no, okay. I read the wrong word.
Do you really mind not doing that? Really appreciate it.
I'm good at investigation. I'm not good at perception.
Who need? Okay, I will still give the guidance to Dobby then.
Oh, that's something. Is that
Good
how
problem.
that works? Oh, that's cool.
Alright. So I got a 4 here and roll perception. Dude, freak. Alright, I got a 16, yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
16. There's no traps.
Okay.
You look in, you feel against the wall, you take in the area. If there were this looks like this area, they set up the barrier, but they didn't really. It doesn't seem like they cared to set up much else.
Just seems odd to me that, the person here would be without traps. A whole barrier. They're trying to keep out something, and there's.
Well, I mean, he's already hidden under a secret.
He was also
And it would only
guarded
harm
by
him.
no angels.
Also, might be the dragons doing. If they're fighting the Celestials right now, they don't really got time to be paying attention. You know what I mean?
Oh, so maybe they're trying to keep something inside, is what I'm thinking then.
That's
Whatever's
awesome.
inside.
Honestly,
Couldn't.
whatever kind of ruins their plans at the moment.
Did everyone just forget? Like, am I?
Yeah,
They did.
Am I just
Yeah.
like in a completely different
look, they're trying to keep
realm right
being-
now?
they're
Like,
trying
is
to keep
this
people out.
is this
They're trying
some
to keep us
cruel
out because
joke?
They're fucking with something inside. So
Also,
I'll just
Fabio
walk on-
wasn't
I'll walk on
here.
ahead. He
Well,
also wasn't here.
but I feel like I've said it twice now.
Well, I'm confused, so.
I'm confused.
No,
Walk on
you
ahead.
corrected me
Go
because
towards
I was a
the-
bird. I flew up. I gotta hit a barrier.
No,
And then-
not that. It's just okay.
Oh.
So
Why the barrier would be here?
there is a barrier. There's a wall, right? And there is a human battery being used as the wall. So the wall is connected to the human or the angel, and they're siphoning their life energy to power the wall.
Yeah. No. I get
Okay.
that.
Okay. Never mind. I'll stop interjecting. I'm just like, what are you saying? What do you mean? Like, you're acting like you're about to fight this person down here.
No. I'm
No.
saying, did someone's keeping someone inside the barrier, not inside where we're at?
Yeah, I gotcha. No,
Yeah.
now I'm the idiot. I'm the one that's confused.
Yeah.
No. No.
Keep going.
Father. Looking for traps.
I didn't see anything as far as traps, so.
Okay.
Well,
think
I
we're
guess
okay.
I'll find out if there's traps. And I want to
So you guys
Okay, well,
head down there.
I wanted to do something
Sure.
while they were looking for traps. I wanted to take a minute. I will lean against the wall, close my eyes real quick, and try and pray.
Pray?
Pray. Like ask Helm if there's how do I release? Is there any way to release the celestial without killing them? The one that's trapped.
Is this a spell you're using, or are you just praying?
No, I'm just praying.
Okay.
just have
Roll
really
roll a d100.
Okay.
asking God really convincing.
Yeah. 'Cause
Hey,
we still have yet, because I know we're coming up. We have to do something, but we have yet not figured out how to release these celestials without killing them, and I don't want to kill them. But we don't know how to do that.
Wait a
Right.
minute. I have an idea.
Well, I'm praying.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 60.
60. You step in front of everyone on the stairs and you kneel down for a little bit and you try to reach out. Everything's quiet. The wind blows. There's a cold chill. Nothing really happens. But then you hear the sound of a flame emit down the stairs, and there's a glow appearing.
I follow it.
Okay. You head down there, and there's a sword embedded in the stone, in between the stones, and it is lit on fire. The fire is spinning in kind of like a circular fashion, in like a cylinder fashion. That is, and there is nothing there to fuel the flame. It is just a sword, and then there's the flame just emitting from it. In front of it, you see an angel, a celestial, wrapped up in bindings and pinned up against a wall. You can see energy pulsating into the wall. The angel almost seems lifeless.
And I pulled the sword out.
You as you go to reach for the sword, the flames then begin to grow larger as they, and then they start to form an image. The flames then take almost a corporeal form of a humanoid. As you now see a familiar. It feels familiar, but you then hear as someone speaks out and says, "You asked for my aid."
We don't hear this, right?
Yes.
That's in.
You're all there.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know this person itself?
Yes. I tell the flame yes.
He shakes his head. I am not here to aid you.
Then why do you ask?
Yeah, then why agree? That would have been funny though. What are you here for?
You have fallen. Almost the same as Hassan has fallen.
I say nothing.
Hassan has started a rebellion. That is much that you can see. But you are too weak to go on. You should just turn back now. You've given up all that makes you who you are. And I've watched as you strained from the path that you were set on from the beginning. A path I do not believe you fully had hopes to stride in.
I'm going to reach and pull out the sword.
You attempt to reach, but the flames will burn you.
I don't care.
Okay. You pull out the sword. You're going to take 7 points of fire damage. As you pull out the sword, the corporeal image, the flames go away. You have the sword. It's a rusty iron sword. Seems like it's been there from the times past.
Okay.
So,
I have a
what does
rusty
it sell?
sword.
Is that your god? Is that?
Yeah. Disappointed god.
I think you were just.
What
Wow,
else is new?
That's who you chose to follow, really.
Okay, let's figure out how to release
Bold
this
choice,
person.
bold choice. So I had an idea. Actually, this would be. It's gonna put me out of my big spells for the day, considering what worked, or at least until we take a short rest. But so if their life force is currently the one powering it, or maybe powering this section, I don't know. If I banished them to either their home realm or pocket dimension, do we think that that would possibly work and, you know, at least release them long enough to let us get through?
That's hard to say. I mean, this guy looks pretty dead, man. Does he
could
look
work.
like he's?
If they were dead, wouldn't it? Would
Oh, no.
fire come down?
Obviously, it would go down, but I don't know.
I mean, if we take them out of the space, nothing's powering it, and then he comes back a minute later, or doesn't come back at all. I don't know if they're from this realm or not.
Cause
The person is unconscious, right?
They're conscious.
Oh,
Let's
hello.
ask him
Yep.
how he feels. If he wants to continue living.
well, not just to also bring this up. Last time we tried to move the previous one, they took damage.
Well, we tried
And
to
so-
I'm not
spell
trying to
what
move
was
to
holding them.
move him.
No, no,
I'm talking to him.
No, I understand your point, but I'm just saying banishment. If we try to move him with the banishment, I don't know if he's
We
tied.
didn't try that last time.
No,
That's what
well,
this is
we try to
for.
move him.
Try
We
it.
try
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And if he dies, it solves the problem, and they get to rest.
No, I agree, but I was just trying to save the spell also, and also think of like, you know, if we do use it, he's gonna. If we try to move him, kind of like we did with the last, he's gonna get hurt.
Well,
Anyway, let's
if
talk
we
to him.
tried to move the last
I
one. We
want
didn't
to
try to
ask the
just
guy his name.
banishment would take them out of this realm of existence into another one. Those are two pretty different forms of movement, but
But
That's true. That's true.
let's go ahead and
if
talk
we
to him.
did move them, wouldn't they eventually come back, or would you just keep them in that realm?
It depends. It depends if they're from this realm or not. But let's talk to them for now. And
No, if you banish them, can't you? Do they come back where they
they
are?
come back. They
They
will
come back
return.
while we're
They
still
will
in there.
return, and they will
We
return.
just get trapped.
He
will
can
return if they are
force them
from
to
this-
come back either way. If he doesn't force them to come back and he lets the spell fall, then they will stay in the other realm if they are from that realm. If they are not from
Yeah.
that realm. So basically it doesn't matter. He can force them to come back or he can not,
No,
depending on
but
what realm
when,
they're
Yeah,
from.
that's what I was trying to.
when they come back, can you choose like where they come back, or is it just the same place?
I
That's
believe
when
it's
they
just,
left.
they reappear from where they left.
Wait. So you use the spell and banish them. Once you drop the spell, they're from this realm. They'll just come straight back, right?
Yeah.
So if they're from this realm, whether I drop the spell early or not, they will come back in a minute. If they are not from this realm, and I
Oh, okay.
banish them,
Okay.
they will disappear to that
But
realm.
just- okay, I got you. I got you.
So
Yeah, no.
So let's go talk to them first and see what their whole deal
Yeah.
is.
I agree. Might as well just find out and see what he has to say.
And just walk up and just hello. There's no good way to start this conversation. Good evening.
Well, you could.
Even have the strength to talk to them.
Yeah.
Come on.
Are you? What is your name? If you don't mind
That's not-
us asking.
Excuse me, sir. My name's Cira Kenneth. How are you? What's your name?
You hear a low, just like breathing, just.
Can I do some type of arcana check to see what to, like, how to dispel this without killing the person inside?
Yeah, you can try.
Who would want to live like this?
I'm just so
Good answer.
confused. I don't know what to do.
Hey,
Okay.
Mario
I-
cameras.
Broke again. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at my
Oh
spells.
my gosh. Ramon, I need you to change that to something that won't get me copyrighted.
Let me see. If I have
Can I cast
downloaded-
Cure Wounds on him?
Did that just make the barrier longer?
So, yeah, you can cast Cure Wounds.
Didn't I do that last time and it just like made it worse or something?
We finna find out.
Okay. Well, I
Cure wounds?
got.
No, yeah, we did. We did. We tried to heal him, and it did more damage to him.
You're gonna find out.
Yeah.
No, we
See.
found out
Right.
last time.
Can I do guidance on my arcana
Well, I
check?
already cast it, so
Oh,
I can't take it back.
well.
No.
1 second.
Okay.
So you go to cast Cure Wounds on him. Once you do so, the healing starts to take place, and the necrotic energy that was binding him grabs him even tighter, and then you hear as he struggles a little bit, and then he you can see as his body just falls over, and his head.
I put him out of his misery. Sorry, guys.
Well,
That's one way to do it.
To be honest with you, as much as I want to say a lot of people, I didn't think he had much of a choice, and we didn't have much of a choice in this situation unless we were to
no, that's
find the
not.
person.
Okay, so I got a 22 arcana.
22 Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the barrier, from what you can tell, is radiant. It acts like an anti-life shell. However, it's radiant because it is coming from the angel. The angel is being held together by necrotic energy. So essentially, anything positive energy going towards the angel will turn into necrotic energy. It will be corrupted. So that's why the angels are unable to escape, because they use radiant energy for everything that they do, which is then turned back on them to kill them or to restrain them. So that is what you get from that. Even using a dispel magic, the rebound, so essentially them
Yeah, 'cause
being
last time you
released from
dispel
it,
magic.
their lives have already been connected to the binding.
I'm not sure if we were able.
Can I check
to
the being? So is the being
separate them.
completely dead, or are they currently unconscious?
They're dead.
They did.
Are they still in the?
Yeah.
Necrotic.
They're still in it.
Yeah, they're still in the binding.
I wouldn't touch that.
Does anyone have? Oh, I have necromancy.
The only thing I can think of
I.
in this situation as reincarnate.
I'm gonna
Like,
try
get a new
and
body.
cast. Inflict wounds on the binding thing. It's necromancy. Let's see what that does.
Well, it's not activated anymore.
I was like,
Yeah, it's gone when
The guy's
life
dead.
is gone.
Yeah.
But he's still in it.
Yeah.
body is, but like
The
The
body.
body that he has
It's like he's wearing handcuffs. That he's like it's like he's
Yeah.
wearing handcuffs. You killed him, but the handcuffs didn't like unlock.
Disappearing. Yeah.
Like
Look, the magic's it's done, but
in
yeah,
order
the
to
magic's
keep
gone.
it up,
The barrier's gone,
Yeah.
but the angel's dead.
look, we said we didn't have much of a choice, but next time can we try a little bit harder to not kill whoever's being held there?
Like, I don't think she meant to kill him.
Yeah, I didn't try to kill him.
I
I
don't
did
know.
not remember last time the
You're
cartoons. I knew last time when we did the spell magic,
I
it
look,
killed
I
him.
apologize, but you've all been doing this adventuring thing much longer than I. This is the first time I've even left my hometown in years. I'm not really used to the death and killing part, so.
Well, Amal,
if
you
we
said
were- if
that you were
Yeah.
gonna banish the person, and if he died, he died. Now to release the barrier.
well, of course, what am I supposed to say?
That's what we were trying to do here. Is just test something out. Obviously, she made a mistake.
But we tried that last time.
I said that, but it was too late. She might have forgotten, and I mentioned it too late.
Look, I'm just not used to this, alright?
That's no problem.
But the
Mhm.
barrier's down.
You want to wait on the ship, you can wait on the ship.
These things happen. I mean,
The barrier's
Yeah.
down. We should probably get moving.
all right.
You guys go back up top. You head to a pathway. As you begin on the pathway, you see ahead of you a pool. And lying in that pool is a large silver dragon.
Shit, that's so cool.
It sits there. It raises its head from the water. Water starts falling down past it, and it looks at you guys. And we'll take a break there. So you guys finally make it across the other side of the barrier, and the silver dragon stands ahead of you. Below the silver dragon, you see a figure of a person. Ooh, they seem to just be noticing you as well.
Okay.
Both of them notice us, or just a person?
They both notice you.
Okay.
Do they seem?
They don't seem to be
I lost my
engaging in any way. They seem a little curious.
I wanted to kind of step up and just wave, just
I have
Hello.
one pencil and I
You want
lost
to step up?
it.
You want to move your character up there?
yeah. Oh, sorry. I should have more health. I should have a lot more health actually. Let me go ahead and fix that right quick. I can. It's not. There we go.
So Amal takes off. Just completely like, you guys are there, and Amal just starts going off straight towards them.
I just stop here and just hello and like wave. I don't want to get too separated. No, I'd probably walk a little bit forward.
You can tell they don't hear your hello, but they do see you waving. They don't respond.
Can you add the link to the map?
Is there an exit on the other side of them? Can we see?
The pathway continues past them, yes.
Okay. Is it alright if we pass through?
Man, you're like yelling this or something.
Yeah.
I'll use thaumaturgy then.
Okay,
Yeah,
you use thaumaturgy, you boom out towards them. Yeah, you get nothing. You get no response.
Oh, I
I
see.
just thaumaturgy back to it.
What
So
if I go
think
up
we need to
there?
get closer.
Just be wary while we walk forward.
I
'cause,
didn't
mean,
realize the map updated, but there. I moved. Any reaction?
Ignore what I'm doing on screen.
Always do
Terrifying.
anyways.
Wow. I felt that.
It's just scared.
You know?
As we get kind of closer, I'm just gonna say to these guys, just be like, oh man, I don't know. I think we let it sell. So, I don't want to talk to Dragon. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Last time I saw a dragon, got the shit beat out of me, and I'm
You
remembering
try
that.
to walk past them, hope for the best, but
Sounds like a terrible idea. I'm willing to try it. Let's see what it does.
what better plans do you got?
None. It just sounds.
Well, this is the only straight path that we got, so
I
you might as
will
well.
continue. I would like to continue to talk to them. Nobody else has anything.
No, I think it's the right idea.
From across the bridge?
Well, I'll start walking across the bridge.
I'll follow behind.
Okay.
Let me know if I need to stop. I will go one by one.
You tell me where you want to end.
Cover
I
trap.
want it right there.
Okay.
Can you end
Bridge
me?
explodes.
I will go right next to you.
I don't have any pictures of Louis.
Oh, okay. If not, it's fine. I'll just remember that he's there.
Hello.
I have plenty of pictures of her.
Well, okay. I don't have the picture that you
That I
use.
picked.
Yeah, I deleted that page, and I no longer have access to him.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, now that I'm up here, I will not use thaumaturgy. Use my regular voice. Any reason you two aren't outside fighting the onslaught?
Okay, so
What do I know about I'm sorry. I realized I have all this information from the book I read. Is there anything I know about silver dragons specifically?
they are rare. Very similar to. So there's a chromatic scale.
Yeah.
There's a chromatic scale, and it's so kind of like Cira Vistra, how she's white. Wow, that came out wrong. Cira Vistra is rare.
The white dragon.
Yeah, she's rare to find because she's albino essentially.
Oh, okay.
And same thing. So silver dragons are a little more rare to find. Red dragons are more common. Same with like blue, green, but like metallic colors and even offshoot colors like black. Those are hard. Those are rare. Though you don't see them too often.
Is there anything that I would remember about their personality? Like,
Now,
are they prideful?
Dungeons.
Are they, like...
So okay, so Dungeons and Dragons gives alignments to a lot of creatures and things. As my homebrew.
I care about Mario, not D&D.
Right. So as my homebrew, I do not go with any of those alignments. So tieflings are not inherently evil,
right?
You know, and stuff like that. So dragon wise, it doesn't matter what color they are. I mean, maybe their personality is their own personality, but think of it as like coming from a house. You know, if you're a silver dragon, you know, you're part.
So the only silver dragon we've seen is the advisor.
Yeah, he's a dragon
The advisor
born.
is silver.
Yeah.
The royal guard, blue, white, and Empress, and we've seen a assassin dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have any like inherent quality traits or personality traits.
Right. No, there's historically their families are known to be a certain way. You know, that's just family. You're all kind of similar to one another. But unless you know like their family and their lineage, you probably don't know like
Okay. Gotcha.
You can't just look at someone and just know, "Oh, this dragon's going to be very, you know, noble." You just don't know. He may come from a noble house, but he also could just be a very sleazy guy.
Got it. Now that I'm closer, what is this humanoid in front of me look like?
Oh, okay. So I'll blow it up for you guys.
Could be skeevy. Hey, kids.
She has a scar. It looks like she's blind in one eye. There's white in her hair, but it's not from age. Usually when you see white in someone's hair, they tend to be like a callous star.
Yeah.
You can assume as much here. She looks like she's been through battles, and the dragon and her almost have this like they almost move at the same time as they go. So repeat what you said to her.
Oh, is there any reason you're not outside fighting the onslaught?
Do you think I need to be part of the onslaught?
No.
Then why do you ask?
You're in the surrounding area?
I'm in the surrounding area. I do not see you as part of this onslaught.
No, we walked in here.
Hmm.
And there's a barrier around here, and we found you in here, so, I mean, we're just...
Yes, a mild inconvenience I found myself in.
How did you get past the barrier?
I didn't. Well, I had you, as it seems.
Well, now it's free.
But... Not to be intrusive, what were you doing here?
Dragon's rock. Dragon and her dragon rider.
What?
This is a sacred place for dragons and dragon riders to view.
Oh.
What your friend says is true.
Are there
And do you
some-
normally approach on people's lands and question why they are where they are? Do you walk into someone's house and begin to ask them why they eat the food that is stored in the cupboard?
No, but, well...
But
there's
yet you do so with me.
a war going on, and we're just trying to be careful.
A civil war.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more like an invasion.
The angels do not live here. They have no right here. They never had. This was built by dragons and for dragons.
Well,
You come here and you speak with much naivety.
I do, because I don't know, which is why I question.
Your questions have spite in
idiotic.
them, and they come off as venomous.
Well, sorry they do. I'm just a curious man.
And I
Gotta
am
watch out
nothing
for the
more
party.
than a refugee.
Yeah.
So,
Me and Sazi have not had a home for a while. This is one of the few places that we can go for safety. And even now, it is under terror. At which point the dragon starts to like slither its way out of the pool. It's just
Respectfully, we would like to. I understand that this is a sacred space. Now we all do in this party understand that this is a sacred space for dragon riders and dragons. We are not here to intrude. We are merely here to eradicate this, or help eradicate this invasion.
Do as you wish. This area has been abandoned long since the dragons have been gone. Pirates use these ways for smuggling routes. As sacred as it may be, it is a lost home.
Understood.
We wish to take no part in any of what you have to do. And mind you, the book you read stated that there hasn't been dragon riders for hundreds of years.
Oh,
Like, this it's rare to see dragons.
I just thought they were extremely rare. Like, they're still around. It's just, like, extremely rare.
I mean, that's fair. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
But like the book essentially, the person who wrote the book essentially like believes and is trying to educate people on the matter that dragon riders are basically extinct, which the definition of extinction still counts as them being this rare. So
Yeah. In my head, we're coming to the sacred place, so we're bound to find some dragons and dragon riders.
I got you.
It's not that much of a surprise, but yes. Okay, makes sense. Thank you, Stasi, and I gestured towards her.
I'm nothing more than a refugee.
Okay. You're letting us be on our way.
I have not let you do anything. You were going to do this either way. What would you have done if I had said no? Killed me? You already questioned my existence for being here.
Well,
No.
that's why we questioned you. We'd rather not directly fight you.
So I am supposed to be in gratitude for the fact that you have spared me with words and not with your blade.
Never said that.
You just did.
All I said is we'd rather not fight you, so we questioned. Never said you had to be grateful for that. So we'll just be passing. But I mean, I did have one question, if I'm not being an ass already. To you. Oh well, I mean, I'm just doing what I can. Sassy, dude. I was just digital hero. I mean, a refugee, man. That's what he said. But anyway, I did want to ask about the shadow dragon, and if you knew anything more. Not that, because I have been trying to do a little bit more investigating of a friend that got stuck in another realm. If you don't, it's fine. But
Make a persuasion check.
That's either very high.
Dude, these rolls, bro. Okay, 9.
Ah.
Ooh.
Wow.
At which point, Sazi speaks up. A shadow dragon. What is it that you wish to do with a shadow dragon?
They took the soul of my friend. He sacrificed himself, and can't feel. I help the people feel guilty of the situation, and I want to save his life.
Was this a dragon that was trapped in this realm, or did this dragon have domain over such realm?
It seemed that he had domain over the realm. Not to say I know for sure.
Then you are speaking of a powerful creature, a dragon that is born of pure energy. One that is even rare amongst our own kin. To face such a creature is to welcome death itself.
Well, I won't be fighting it tomorrow, so I'll just try to gather what I can along the way as I get stronger.
There is no inherent weakness to dragons, and for shadow dragons, there are even less. If you wish to fight this foe, you must be prepared and must be willing to make sacrifices.
Guess I'll be maybe sacrificing myself for the situation if it does come to it when we do cross that point in time. But I did hear there's dragon weapons that would be you could fight this with, and I believe the book that I let Itzel borrow mentions of this place.
She stomps her foot, just, and she immediately is just like, Mario, find the music, find the music. She stomps her foot and growls. "Ah, you dare speak to me of dragon weapons?" As she begins to stomp forward towards you. "Weapons that are created from our skin, scale, bone, tooth, and claw. You wish to acquire such weapons?"
Amal wants to quickly step up with hands up and just be like, moment, if you will, with my companion here. As you can tell, what he says comes off brash.
I don't wish to
And-
slay you or any other dragon. Like I said, it was just a friend that got taken.
Refugee speaks up and she says, "You just don't know when to quit. You realize dragon weapons are created from the carcasses of fallen dragons. They're used. Not much can pierce through a dragon's scale. Nothing is as strong as dragon bones and talons. And so what cannot be broken served as useful weapons for those who needed to break."
I understand. I mean, just like my brethren are hated, and people say that they hate my brethren, I don't hate the people that say so. I understand. They've caused harm. But I'm not the type to cause harm, so... nonetheless.
Then maybe it would be wise for you to not look for such things.
For what
And
things?
then
The
we
weapon?
shall not. I'm gonna be like,
Alright, make a persuasion check.
Caitlin or?
Yeah, Caitlin.
yeah. What the heck is with all our rolls?
Dude, I'm saying, bro, like, this is not our day. This is not our day.
We're gonna fucking die here.
The silver dragon just rears up her head.
But, you know, it's not.
Refugee says, "We already know that we are graced with your conversation, and that you have spared us oh so much already. Don't worry. We are not looking for a fight. If you wish to continue on, you may continue on. But what is it that you are doing here?"
If I may,
Are you
we're
speaking to us in general, or
Yeah, we're taking care of the onslaught. Or trying to do our best we can to get them to leave this place.
what our friend was speaking of the Shadow Dragon isn't necessarily the problem at hand in the moment. That, as he said, that was a compatriot of his. Right now, we believe we may be able to, as my other compatriot here just said, at least stop the celestial beings from encroaching this area and stopping the fighting.
And why? Then what makes it so important to you that the fighting stops here? What stakes do you have? None of you are bound to this land.
The son of a bitch has my daughter.
And the one he's working with took my sister.
So it is family.
and your bird?
That is his sister.
And there's Cira again with one of her famous...
I apologize.
Okay. Anyways,
She didn't spend much time with me in my home. She did not like it, but they are one and the same. Cira, they're the same person.
yes, it is family.
I'm sorry, I never connected the two.
You two, you and
So it is blood that brings you here. It is blood.
You You and Sazi would do anything for each other, correct?
She looks over at Sazi, and Sazi, her composure gets lighter, and I understand. The bond between a mother and her daughter is quite sacred, and so is one of her siblings.
We're just trying to get them back.
You know, these steps, they are created here for those who cannot fly. It is a journey of self-discovery. You may be surprised as what you may find on your way through here. Things do not all appear as they seem. And your beliefs themselves may have to change.
Thank you for that information.
As this is going on, there are some large footsteps that seem to be on their way. Like, you just feel something just dum, dum, dum.
Do you know what that noise is?
That is something that you do not want to come into contact with. And as the footsteps continue, you dum, dum, dum. You can feel it coming closer and closer.
Do we know which direction it's coming from?
Yeah.
Or is it just shaking everything?
It seems to be shaking everything, but it seems like it's coming from behind Refugee.
Like the direction we're heading?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, we got no choice but to head that way.
Any tips on what we're about to find ahead?
Make a persuasion check.
No.
Can I assist?
How?
Okay, I was gonna say, can I have the opportunity? I want to say.
So you can, okay, whenever you guys ask me something, the answer is always going to be yes. Can you do something? Can you do, like, I will always say you can try.
Okay.
You can just be like, hey, I want to do this for an assist.
Yeah.
Because
so
I'm
this is
always
what
going
I
to just
do.
be like, how?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was mostly if I have the opportunity to do it or not. But then I want to say, I very deeply apologize for the way my friend acted, and unfortunately, we have to head in that direction. I could beg you for your assistance, but if this is one of those things that you wish to not participate in,
Okay, this is a completely different thing on its own. Yeah, that's just your own persuasion
Yeah.
roll.
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, please, if you could help us or let us know what we can do to survive what we're about to encounter.
My roll
Okay.
is a 13. 13.
13?
Then mine is mother 12. I have a +9.
You guys are really hurting
I
today.
know.
Telling me.
I don't
Tell
think
you,
we-
dude.
I do
Oh,
not
wow.
think we rolled above like a 13 tonight.
I
Yeah,
rolled
you guys
I rolled
have,
the dice just to
it's-
see if it's roll 20. I rolled another fucking 3.
It's a rough night for you guys. Alright, so with that,
It better be a clutch roll.
I rolled all of my d20s and the highest was an 8.
Cause I freaking rolled my 20 last week
Yes, this is
or
your.
the 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I forgot your persuasion was good.
Yeah, he's a warlock. He's a charisma caster.
As you're saying this,
Sorry.
something flies in. It is an angel covered in plate armor, wielding a big old spear with a flag on it and what looks to be one wicked blade. he comes floating down and he says, "The path ahead of you is nothing but despair. Hassan has asked you to turn back, and now you will face my smite."
Like we care. You have someone we need.
Refugee then just says,
Who are you?
"Well, I suppose my time here is done. I do ask that you spare him with the tongue as well, and not with your blades," as she gets on top of Sazi, and they jump off the cliff and
Again, sorry about my friends.
swoop away. Oh, you poor, insolent mortal. Now is not the time for bravery.
Oh,
You got past a barrier, but you had to kill an angel to do so. Your hands are ripe with blood. Celestial blood, for that matter.
and who put him there? You?
You should have turned back. You have entered an area that you are not supposed to be in. You should know better.
Oh, and we're
Oh
supposed to be
my
just standing by while
God.
our friend's daughter is taken?
She has forfeited any rights of being a mother.
Says who?
The
Why are we here?
gods. And one does not question the gods.
Are all of you
Roll
so fucking
for initiative. Have you met an angel? Have you met a celestial being?
This is like his second time. He's just, Amal's just like getting real sick and tired of it.
I'm just fucking back talking.
Oh, look at that. There's more. Neato.
As you guys roll for initiative, angels begin to fly into position.
I was not ready for this one.
Man, I was really hoping you guys took a short rest. You have no idea how bad I was like, yes, take a short rest. Yes. Go into the next fight unprepared.
Dude, honestly, I was like kind of hesitant to want to do that because I was just like, maybe there's gonna be a safe haven later. Nope.
That was
fair,
the
I'm
safe
a warlock.
haven.
That probably would have been good.
Shit.
All right, let's get this show on the road. Well, you didn't die to dragon.
Oh my God. Amal
Yeah.
has that vein on
You got a long
his
rest
right
here.
now.
You're fine.
Just gonna die to an angel.
Where'd you look at?
We've got a dragon master.
I'm surprised the dwarves were more racist towards me, the devil person, than the angels are.
You're surprised?
Yes.
Why? Angels just see.
Yeah, angels don't
like,
angels
a
don't
form.
look at races. They don't care if you're again, demons in this world aren't inherently
Oh.
bad.
I always forget that. I know like the things and the people we encounter, like the creatures aren't, but then in my head I'm like, oh, angels.
Yeah, that's why whenever like
They're good. Or
the other time we were playing and Salvador was like, "Yeah, I'm a demon worshiper." I was like, "Who says that he's bad?" You nowhere in your backstory did you tell me he's bad. You just told me insert what Salvador told me here, which
Right. Look, man, we weren't on the same page, right?
we were on the same page. I mean, you're not wrong.
We know I'm not evil.
I just, which you'll learn. You'll Itzel will learn a little bit what demon this possesses. Now, I'm not gonna lie. There are demons and celestials. They do carry certain tropes about them. Just because
Right.
there are good demons,
But not
demons
all.
tend to hold on to like the more negative, like sinful things, like greed, lust, glutton. They more hoard those qualities, but you can be, I don't even know how to say this, but let's say you could be a good glutton.
Are you freaking kidding me? 65 for initiative.
Well, I rolled a 16 for my first roll, So I've already, in one roll, I've already beat you guys.
Yep.
Oh my god.
A 13 was my first roll on night, alright? I don't need
All
this.
of your rolls are so high, Mario. I don't know how, but I know you're cheating. All right. I just want to put that out there.
This
You're
is why I rolled in front of you guys. This is why I rolled.
doesn't matter. You're cheating. Someone who cheats can do that.
You know what's even crazy? I still can't get over the. You know, I'll talk about it after the game. What is their dex? What is their initiative? Okay, so. Turn back now and spare yourselves. We are merciful.
Like you killed your friend over there by the barrier?
He has been on a different path than us. Do not speak of him as if you knew him.
Oh, who was he?
Make a persuasion check.
Hurry, come on.
Let's talk this out, guys.
Really curious.
Fabio here has some.
It's a 12.
That's a beef.
Well.
I got beat.
12? He just kind of glares at you.
Probably was like, I haven't murdered some shit in a minute. It's about time.
Cool.
No, you missed out on the last fight.
The big one?
Right. Huh.
I'm gonna. Do I have an action before we start anything?
Okay.
Because I don't know if we're in initiative or we're just role playing right now.
Can I tell?
You're
if the
in combat
water
right
is
now.
murky in that pond or no?
It's actually like, it looks pretty. It looks like spring water, dude. That thing looks like pretty
Cool.
good.
Wait, good enough.
Like you can drink out of that water.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I want a good swig before I die. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
Yeah, fuck
He wanted to hide in it.
Shut up, man.
He wanted to hide. For those of y'all.
The world starts narking on me, man.
We knew. Don't.
It was part of my plan. Okay.
Anyways.
Not a great one, but a plan.
There's this glitch on roll 20.
But
I need a... Okay, I'm going to find something else to put all this music in. Because there's a glitch on roll 20 that absolutely annoys me. How do I get you guys to listen to the music? Maybe I'll stream... Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll stream my screen, and then you'll hear the music through Discord. Yeah. But there's a stupid glitch. Let me show you guys. I'll show you guys after the game. I just hate it. It's so annoying. And I'm so sick of it. So yeah, you're in combat right now.
okay.
If you want to use your action or reaction to talk to him, you can.
Okay.
So I'll go first?
Looks like it. Yeah, go for it.
Hell yeah, boy. Woo! Alright, I'm gonna be casting Grasping Vine right in this.
He's flying.
location right here. Grasping Vine shoots out to him 20 feet out.
Ooh. I'm gonna roll a dice because I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not know how high up in the air he was.
Oh shit.
So
Oh, in
I'm
that
gonna roll a
case-
dice.
Oh, I thought he landed. Shit.
You'll know. Okay, he's 50 feet into the air. You don't have to cast the spell. That's on me. But yeah, I was not taking in consideration you were gonna do something like that. That's my fault.
Okay. No, it's cool.
Let me put some wings on him. But yeah, he was flying. He was looking down on you guys.
And I will cast Heat Metal on him.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a good choice.
What does that do? Fire damage?
Continuously. Yep.
Okay. You heat the metal. Have you learned nothing from your previous encounters? As he begins to glow with the heated metal, what do you heat up?
The chest armor that he has.
He just
Resistance.
he holds his arms out, and says, "Come at me with everything, with all your might. Let me see what you might be capable of." Okay, go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
Okay.
He does not seem too scared of your heat metal.
Are they really?
What do I have to do? Like Constitution?
I think it's just straight damage.
Just-
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought I might check.
If they drop
Yeah, it's a check. It's a check for them. The first one, I don't think it's a check. Choose Constitution. Yeah, Constitution, or drop the object if it can.
Okay, it's just to drop it. It's not for half damage. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So what, you do 7 points of damage to him?
Yeah.
Which will cut that in half. So what is that? 3 points of damage?
Yeah.
As you sear into him and he shakes his head. This is what we were warned about. I am unimpressed. As he is on his turn, he straight up does
Okay,
not
so
even
I'll-
care. And holy crap, are you kidding me? I did not know he could do that.
I should cast it at a high level, dude.
Attack rolls and ability checks until the start of Fabio's next turn, since he can't drop the object.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't read it all the way through.
But Mario's shock makes me feel like
Wait, what? No,
It
yeah,
don't
it,
matter.
it stays on him
Not
because
coming
it's
to
his armor. He can't take it off.
yes, he has until Fabio's next turn. He has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability.
Oh, that's what you said. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, thank you for
But
that.
when you were like, holy crap! I was like, I don't think that's gonna really come into play. He just blows us off the side of the thing, and you die. But GG, guys.
And you did. Okay. Well, I just stumped myself because I straight up. I'm stupid.
You're actually killing yourself.
You might kill us.
He's actually super weak. Ah, fuck. Crazy. Please.
Oh, man. He might kill us.
I need this. Can't do this.
Okay, so
Got the hammer of dawn on this side.
Pulls out 2 hammers of dawn.
You look
Wait.
pretty high up now, aren't you?
dude, what did I?
Gets to you
Hold on.
quicker.
I'm so sorry, guys. I can't believe I blindsided myself like that.
It's
The
a good
more
thing
you
or a bad thing?
apologize, the
I'm
more
lost.
I'm getting worried, man. My blood pressure
Right,
is
like-
more. Dude.
So I have relief for like, oh, we're dead.
I'm just curious. Don't mind this roll, but I'm curious on what an
special
average of
ones.
5, 8.
Okay. That's what I needed to know. Okay. So we will do
Oh, nice. Okay, I know what to do now.
this, and then Mario. Are you kidding? Okay, whatever. Screw it. Allow me to show you the might of the gods. And then you see as he transforms into himself, and he begins to change and morph, and he turns into a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Holy shit!
Does he take fall damage?
Nope.
Drop 50 feet. Just, ah.
Oh!
Dude, Tyrannosaurus Rexes are considered huge. If anything, he was like 10 feet off the ground after he was done transforming.
That's
Oh,
all.
right
Can you
here.
shapeshift?
He'd still be about 25, 30,
No.
but I'm assuming he's smart enough to just woo, go to the floor and then transform. Unless this guy's just super dumb.
Wait, so can you shapeshift?
I cannot do that. No.
No. He shapeshift from what you know.
There's like a spell for that. So sure.
No, as a what he is as.
That's a mirror.
Not a spell, but just as a.
No, it is not an inherited ability. It's a spell he used.
Okay.
Oh, was he casting a spell?
He didn't cast a spell.
Oh.
Never mind. It's not an inherited ability.
Yeah.
It's
Mario
an
usually-
inherited
I was
ability.
about to say,
he has.
Mario usually he'll add a little flavor if someone's casting something. So,
Aw, you notice. Aw, thanks, babe.
yeah.
Aw.
He adds flavor to let us know if this is something we can try to counterspell pretty much. But when he transforms, just is that a celestial? You like?
Can I use 10,000 of my points to save us?
Okay.
I have 16,000 of them.
Can you use
Like a fight
what
the
to
party,
save
but
us?
again,
Instead of fight the party, save the party.
Oh, save the party.
They come back.
Then
Ah,
I
never
can
mind.
get
JK,
a
JK.
Okay. So let me make sure I'm doing this correctly.
Or else I'm gonna kill all you guys.
Um. Okay. Sweet. I'm just gonna treat it as such. Ramon, what is classified as huge? It's
I think
3 by
it's
3.
only- I thought huge was.
16 by 16.
Goddamn. Just a little bit more. So medium is 5, large is 10.
Yeah, it's
Huge, I think, is 15 by. Let me
15
see.
by 15. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
cons-
15, yeah, I looked it up. 15 by 15.
15 by 15.
Yep.
So he transforms, lands right there.
Guys, we have a narrow space. We gotta work with what we got here. This might be an advantage, but disadvantage because of the bridge. So
Um,
if we can do whatever right in front of us, or like
let's
give
go
us some
to
kind of
him
advantage.
so we don't fall off. Let's do that.
Good idea.
Not all of us.
And let
can
me off
fly.
this week.
Or step back and cut the rope to the.
Then we can. They can fly. We can. They can get across.
I can.
Yeah.
Not the T-Rex.
Okay, so that's gonna be his turn
Okay.
as he transforms. Is there like? There has to be. Oh my gosh, why? I have to be doing something wrong.
No idea we're gonna die or we just won. I don't know.
There's literally, there's no cooldown.
The thing is,
The legendary action.
There's no cooldown to it. It has no, like, it just takes an action for him to do that. And like, what's throwing me off is, do I treat it like it's a druid? Like, does he just, when you guys take the T-Rex down to 0 health, does he get all his health back and he's back to being his thing? Do I just spend another action to transform again? Like, what?
I forfeit.
We're in here.
He said we're in here. That
no idea.
Okay, I'm gonna do it my own way. We'll see. Actually, hold on. How does polymorph work?
It takes on the. So if it's polymorph, he's gonna take on the mental stuff. Of
Right.
Of the creature.
And
But-
he can be.
Does polymorph work how druids work?
The
Nope.
transformation lasts for the duration or until the target drops to 0 hit points or dies. The new form can be any beast.
He takes the stats of that.
The target assumes the hit points of its new form when it's
Yeah.
reverted to a normal form. Okay, so if you kill the T-Rex, you get... Okay,
Yeah.
Got
It's
it.
like druid. Yeah, it comes back.
got it. No, it
Oh,
doesn't
that's
come
cheap.
back.
Oh, it doesn't.
No, he dies. Like, he'll die.
No, it's
Oh.
polymorph.
No, with polymorph, he just
Yeah,
turned
no.
back, and then
Yeah.
it reverts back
It
to.
just reverts back with
But
the
I'm okay
HP
doing
he
it
had
the way
before.
you're doing it, bud.
Oh, does he? Resulting
Yeah.
Yeah.
of dropping to
That's how
0
polymorph
hit
works.
points, any excess damage carries... Oh! Yeah, you guys are screwed. You guys are screwed.
There ain't much we can do, man.
It's just like a druid.
Yep, it's just like legit. I was like, that's too OP. There's no way. Apparently, that's why I was like, I'm blindsided right now. I wasn't expecting this to be this strong.
Yeah, it's like a joke that polymorph is actually like the best healing spell. Because you can turn, if they're low HP, you can just turn someone into a high HP creature.
That's
And then
crazy.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I derailed the game again, but again, you guys don't care, and it's my own flair of DMing. I'm accepting that as a human. Hello, my name is Mario, and I'm self-conscious. Hello, Mario. Okay, let's go.
It's a shame I only have one fucking spell, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
So
Alright,
the angels are gonna go.
It's rough, guys.
Yep.
You guys wanted combat, and I will give them.
You guys.
Who's you guys? All right. This angel's gonna go, and she's going to. Okay. She's gonna fly over. Right here. As she swoops in, she's gonna make.
I use my reaction to provide disadvantage to the attack using my shield of the faithful.
Ooh, look at you. She's gonna make 2 attacks. Is it on both attacks, or is it only one?
Just one.
Okay, she first attacks with a disadvantage. Oh wow, you saved him.
You are welcome.
I think that still hits though.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, but it's not a crit.
Why is your AC at 10, Cesar?
I got crit at one point and my armor dropped.
Oh, okay.
Twice, actually.
Oh.
Didn't take advantage of the. Forgot to ask Caitlin to fix it during long rest.
Yeah, I as soon as she said it, I didn't want to, my turn already passed. I was just like, fuck. No.
Okay. And then. So yeah, that's gonna hit. Basically, I need anything. I need a 4 or higher to hit you. So
Yeah.
both those are gonna hit, and you're going to take 2d10 worth of damage, and you're going to also take 8d8s. So 2d10. 2d10 plus 3 on each, so plus 6, so 20 points of damage, and then we're going to do 8d8s worth of radiant damage.
I feel like I didn't save my stats for one time we leveled up, and like my health is staying at what it was. I fucked up. Anyway, I'm gonna be taking damage. 32 damage? Fuck.
32. You're cute. You're taking 52 damage.
It looks like maybe you didn't add your Constitution mod to your rolls.
No, I think I just completely because I forgot to save one of my PowerPoint's pages, and so what I had health previously just didn't apply.
Okay.
So
Do me a favor, because since we don't know for sure, go ahead and just roll for all your health right now. So you guys are what, level 10? So just roll 9 times for your health, and then just do a hard reset on your health.
1d8.
I think so. So yeah, just so roll 9 d8s. Oh snap! But how do we do his Constitution? Anytime you add your Constitution, does it backtrack, or is that only when you get the feature?
Only when you get the feature. So
Okay.
if his con was a 2 and then it becomes a 3, and then it would.
I don't
My
think he
Constitution never
ever
increased.
touched his Constitution, so we probably lucked out there.
Yeah, that's
Never
what I'm thinking
increased.
it was.
Okay.
So
Yeah, go ahead and do a hard
9d8.
reset for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the other angel. Oh, so she's gonna do that, She's gonna swing at you as light blast off of you. It took me 35 feet to move there, right? So then I have. Then she's going to fly away. Then the other angel's gonna come up. She's gonna.
Oh wait. Never mind.
Oh, I guess that is about right because I got 58 this time.
Yeah, you have 64 right now. Oh well, and then you would do. Add your Constitution modifier to all of it. So what's your?
Yeah, that's what I did. I added 9 times 2.
Then you
Right.
just got really bad rolls.
Wait, 9 times 2. What the?
Yeah, so I did
Only like a 14 or a 15 then.
I did 9 times 8 or 98, and then 9 times 2 because each level you level up, you add 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. And then add 8 to it.
64.
Did you get 60? Does it add up to 64
Exact
again?
same.
What are the odds of that happening?
Like, tonight is cursed.
Yeah, no, your health is good. Now take 52 damage.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god.
This angel's gonna come up and take 2 swings, blast on Amal.
Then did I do my HP wrong? Because my HP is super high for.
I think he just has really low HP.
No,
'Cause the rest of us have like.
the 9. You said you did 9 times 2. Yeah, never mind. No, that's correct. That's correct.
You just had really bad rolls.
No, that's still wrong. Right?
What do you?
No,
I
should
mean,
be right.
if
Oh, it's
the-
2 times 9. I just need to think of it differently. It's
Yeah.
2 times 9, not 9 times. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I just had to think of it the other way around.
Yeah, they definitely hit.
The 4 misses.
Oh, I thought they were swinging at adventure. For some
I'm
reason.
just seeing what mine.
How are you guys get the same thing? Literally the same exact thing.
I rolled 2 times over here. You see that?
Bro, I'm saying all the time.
Dude, I got 38 both times.
See, that's how we know Mario's cheating. All right.
Like he's
I'm
bugged
not
out.
how he's doing it, but I know he is.
It only makes sense.
It's a D8.
48. Okay, you can get higher. No more.
So then you're going to take 6. You're going to take 52 points of damage.
Good fucking lord.
Huh, I got the same number again.
I rolled
But at
20.
this point,
I rolled. You take.
you think just because you're tech savvy?
Oh no. You don't take that much.
Okay.
Who?
Me.
You take 6. You take 22 points of damage.
Oh, okay. I
They-
was like, God damn, dude.
Wait, can you correct mine too?
Yeah, give me 1 second. All right, take 52.
Okay.
And then she's going to. Zoop. Wait, can I go that far?
69.
I have 90 feet of movement. Of course, I can go that far. Yeah. She flies over here.
Okay.
All right, Dobie, it's your turn.
Guys, should we actually go back from the bridge so the dinosaur can't come for us and we can deal with the angels first?
Let's see if I can deal
That's
with
what I
the
was
dinosaur
thinking.
first.
Well, let's hope that the bridge doesn't support the
I think
dinosaur.
he feels right. Yeah, I think we should backtrack.
Well,
real
we
quick.
can.
Oh,
I think we can kill the bridge.
I did a new home rule. Like, you can talk during combat, but you get like You can say like one sentence, or you can't just like continue to conversate. But what you guys just did right now was perfect. You don't have to like.
And on that note,
Just a reminder.
back up.
So is it for each of your turns, right? One sentence?
No. Like you can speak, but like don't just like continue to talk back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like I still want you guys to be able to talk to one another, but I want to keep it like flexible. But I also want to restrict you guys. I want to have my cake and eat it. just don't overdo it.
Or it as a
But
group.
just don't have like 5-minute long conversations.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like Itzel just being like, "Hey, you think we should just back up?" That's all Itzel says. You know, and then
Yeah.
We all get one sentence, but everyone think about it for 5 minutes. Right?
take up the same amount of time.
Pull out that coffee table again real quick. Get that
And then-
coffee going.
I'm just gonna ready an action.
All right.
And then an angel carries near me.
Ooh. I've been thinking of something new.
Alright, okay.
Do you want to hold your turn? So basically, you hold your
Oh.
turn until something happens. You have to wait till someone ends their turn, and then you can immediately take your turn when their turn's over. But everyone can see that you're holding your turn, so the NPCs will act accordingly.
Like Overwatch and XCOM,
Can
technically.
Or like Overwatch and Gears Tactics.
yeah. Okay, I'll think about it. That's cool. Now that I know.
Okay, but okay, you said you're gonna hold your action. What are you holding?
Just if an angel comes near me, I'll stab it.
Yeah, that's the tactic that worked last time. So you hold your action.
Have your own boss fight over there again?
This one's gonna fly in. Your action activates,
Why do you come towards me?
and it's gonna take a swing at both Cira and Dobie. Left is Cira, right is Dobie.
I use my. Oh.
Wow, I
I
still haven't said the results yet. What do you want to use?
I'm gonna use shield as my action plus 5.
Do you still want to? I mean, you can look at the dice roll and still make a decision. It's whenever I say something that you can't make a decision anymore.
I just saw your 3 and I was all like.
You want to do it? Just skip it. Just skip.
Okay, I'm risking it.
Okay. She misses you, and Dobie, I think that's a hit. Yeah, that's a hit. This music is too loud for me. Dobie, do your luck rolls affect other people?
No. I'm pretty
Just
sure
you.
luck is just me. And it's like saving attack and one other one.
So, okay, you rolled a 7 to hit.
Yes.
What's the plus?
It's ability modifier, right? Proficiency?
You can use 1
Oh,
luck
yeah.
point when an attack roll is made against you. Only 1.
Hey, what?
You can
I can
use
use luck.
only 1 though on an attack roll against you.
I didn't know that. No, I know.
The what's your 7? What does that turn into?
Plus 9. If I'm doing math right.
Plus 9. That's a hit.
Okay, so 16, and then I get a 2 plus.
Sneak
4.
attack.
Do I get sneak attack on that?
Yeah.
I'm right there.
Oh yeah, 'cause they're right next to Kate. And Cira. Right. And
We
then, so plus 5, so 32.
Oh wow. She not expecting. She's doing a flyby and she's swinging in. Then she's gonna take off, not expecting you to actually be quick enough to react to her. You were ready for this. You've dealt with them before. She runs in. You nick an artery, and she takes 32 points of damage and becomes bloodied.
Ooh. I like that.
As she then flies away.
Does she hit me or no?
Yeah, she hit. Oh yeah.
We're good.
She was so shocked. She was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah,
Oh.
no, get distracted.
Oh man, I rolled an 8 on my 10, and I rolled a. Oh, that sucks. I don't get to break your armor. But you will take 31 points of damage.
I'll use uncanny dodge on the 20. Right? Does that work? Is that one attack by itself?
I don't think that works. Let me look that up. Because basically what's happening is their swords are lightsabers. So like
okay.
when they hit you, the radiant damage is because you touched their lightsaber.
So then I'll do it on the 8. Either way, I'm taking less damage.
Hold on.
Wouldn't it?
Uncanny dodge. Oh. I don't. No, because you have to have your reaction. You don't have a reaction because you used it to hold an action.
Oh, I thought holding action was just holding it. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, you have to use your reaction to hold an action. So it's gonna go through, and you're gonna take 31, and then she's going to fly. She wants to get back with her sisters. I can't. Oh, I can just use my mouse wheel. Yeah, she'll fly over here. Okay. Itzel?
Yeah, I have one. Oops. See how far I can get back. Oh, perfect. Go back here.
I love how this T-Rex is so big, it's stepping on another T-Rex.
Yeah, it's
Oh, or is that a velociraptor?
Now, velociraptors are running away. In the they look even
They're not.
smaller.
Oh!
Yeah, velociraptors are not that big.
No, the tiny ones are like the Dilophosaurus. The tiny ones like on the ground.
I know what you're talking about.
They're like the size of Louie running around.
Alright, which one took damage?
Oh, he heard
The
me.
one that's bloodied.
Oh, sorry. Okay, now I see. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on top of that one.
Does Moonbeam do radiant damage? Yes, it does. Okay.
No! Wait! Everything I have is radiant damage! This sucks!
Huh. What a coincidence. It's
Are
almost like
T-Rex-
someone planned that.
T-Rex is immune to radiant damage?
She was doing it on the angel.
Oh, never
Oh, I
mind.
should do it on the T-Rex. Thanks, Ramon!
Yeah, thanks, Ramon.
I mean, you already did it, to be fair. Sorry, I misinterpreted. I thought she did on the fucking T-Rex. I was like, damn, that's one special ass T-Rex.
It did say something about still holding on to its traits. You know, there is one
It holds on
upside
its
to this.
personality.
There's one upside to this. He can't gain their legendary actions. If that makes you guys feel better.
Yeah, they just in polymorph they just like stay with the attitude. So this is just a really fucking snobby T-Rex, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Hold
Wait, so he
on.
did use a spell?
Sarah,
He
are
didn't
you
use a
going
spell.
to
No, not a
heal
spell.
or attack?
I'll see how
Cira
far-
walked away, never to return.
Oh,
She walked off.
okay.
I can heal if
You don't have if you're using the Android earbuds, you don't have to mute yourself. It blocks out other Oh, as I say that, I hear myself.
That's what I'm thinking. It's because I'm on S Apple.
No, you're fine.
Do you have
Don't mute
non-
yourself. I just won't talk towards you.
Do you have spells that are not radiant damage?
Yes.
Okay, then I will cure Fabio. I'll do a cure wounds at 4th level.
You gonna move back?
I will do it before I move. I'm trying to get my dice.
How convenient. This is chess, y'all. We're playing touch chess. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I was right here.
No, I don't
so
care.
maybe
You're
up
good.
there.
You're good.
Playing Please Don't Die.
1d8.
Can you imagine playing touch chess? I can barely play pickup chess or whatever it's called. With because I know it's like there's one where if you pick up the piece, when you put it down, it stays down. But touch chess is like the second you touch the piece, you have to use it.
Woo! Actually, I'm doing it at 5th level. Oh. 1d8 plus your spell cast. Your plus spellcasting ability mod. Math.
Amal, you can go ahead and take your turn.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say, all right, guys, if this doesn't work, we'll go ahead and do the bridge thing and cast banishment on the T-Rex. I don't know how charismatic a T-Rex is, but he's got to make a charisma saving throw, which is weird for banishment.
You get 21 points of
That
heal,
is weird.
Flavio.
Ooh, thank you.
So using your T-Rex stats, charisma save of 17.
Wait,
Or spell DC
Okay.
is 17. I should say.
I have a question, Mario.
Cool. Yeah.
So when I'm healing, I only add my spellcasting ability modifier once, right? Or do I do it for each dice?
What spell are you using?
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds. I think you
I think
only
it's
do
only
it
just-
once, and then
Okay, just
each
checking.
dice just helps add on to it. I'll double check though,
Just check. 5,
because healing's the only spell
10.
other than cantrips that you get to add your modifier to. So you're using it on cure wounds?
Yeah. 5, 15.
Yeah, you only get to add it once.
Okay. Yeah. Then that's just 21. Heal.
Okay. So what do I have to beat?
17.
17.
Back there.
Okay. Got it.
Unless T-Rex is really fucking charismatic.
Succeeds.
Mother.
You
Really?
send out a banishment. The banishment goes and hits the T-Rex, and you immediately hear the T-Rex as it starts talking. Do you think I would transform myself into a pea-brain reptile? Do you think I am as limited as you mortals? Do not think
Fuck
that
off.
the
guards at
form...
the gate talked about being simple mortars, and they're fucking dead too. And I'm going to cast, not cast, but use my ability to do.
How did you cast that spell? I thought you already cast spells twice.
No, only once because we took a rest. Remember?
Yeah, but then you
First-
cast spells after that.
Yeah, I only casted once. One spell, which was
He
Dispel
talked about
magic.
banishment.
Yeah, I talked about banishment, but then
No, you're fine. You're
I
good. You're good.
didn't.
I was just making sure.
So that was my
Um,
second spell, and then he's gonna.
You yell out and he says, "I see that you are already irritated. Oh, such. It must be frustrating to have such
Shut the fuck up.
such ill patience and such ways that cannot be quelled. Your mind can't handle anything other than what's in front of it."
No, you're just annoying. That's. Of course, I'm scared. I'm scared shitless. Look at the situation we're in. You're just annoying. Fuck you.
I look
And
back at the group. I'm just like,
I'm gonna move.
he's at a tipping point.
He's at his tipping
After-
point.
Wait, actually, I don't know if I can cast it if he's with the second part. Yep, he is. So yeah, I'm gonna do.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out, he gets to keep his statistics.
Yeah, it's such.
Oh, it's like a
I
Really?
just stayed quiet about that because I I wanted to see if someone was gonna
Yeah.
try something.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that, Mario. You fucker. Hexblade curse on him.
It's okay.
So it's not
It's okay.
hex. It's
Like I said,
different. So
I-
it's my, and it's not a spell.
I
so-
adapt to you guys as much as you guys adapt to me.
Okay, bonus to damage rolls and take a main. Okay, cool. So yeah, he just has Hexblade's curse on him. And I'm going to move. Oh, I can't. I can only move to the bridge. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Cool, I can move there. That's enough space for me to stand on, right? Right here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And yep, that's my my shebang.
All right, Cira.
Okay, so I am going to
Jeez Louise.
cast haste on myself. And it gives me +2 AC, double movement, and an extra action or extra turn?
Oh, it better be an extra action.
Yeah.
Gets a double your movement and then have another turn. Screw that.
Then I have advantage on dex. Yeah, extra action.
Dude, haste is freaking awesome. Can arcane
Yeah, it
tricksters learn haste?
Yes.
Oh shit. I'm already min-maxing a rogue in my head.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my boot of flying.
Your movement. Screw it, I don't care.
Does it not double?
I don't think so, because it's like
Doesn't
It
so
is.
the-
It is.
My,
It does?
my boots are the equivalent of my speed.
okay, that's fair. I like if it's specifically the equivalent of your speed, I'll allow it. If it's not, then like I would not allow it.
I hope those other ones can't change like that.
And then
I don't know if you guys have seen Onward, but Cira starts like running and creating like these platforms as she's running.
Yeah.
Just do 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 do.
Shit.
and then
Well, at least one of us will make it out.
What is your plan? What are you doing?
and then
Big move, big brains.
I cast conjure barrage.
Conjure barrage. This is a spell I don't know.
Only artificers can.
Oh, that's why I don't know it.
Oh, it's a ranger too, technically, but only battlesmith artificers. And I create a cone that's 60 feet from.
Oh my gosh.
And they must succeed on a dex saving.
Oh,
throw,
okay.
or they take 3d8.
Never mind. I thought it was gonna do as much damage as the weapon could do.
know.
I was like, holy.
I will.
I was like, oh my gosh.
A dagger that I have.
Okay, so you take out a dagger, you throw it, you cast Kajino Ben. I can't even say it.
Conjure.
No, I was
Barrage.
making a Naruto reference.
Oh.
You cast Demon Shuriken Blade, and then it. Doof!
A 12-year-old
So,
child
they have
appears
to
at the other
do-
end.
Kage, no. But I can't remember it. All right, so it's gonna hit the three of them. 60-foot cone. It's gonna hit all of them. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's 60 feet. All right.
They have to beat a 17.
They have to beat a 17, and it's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know for a fact. Oh, I have to use the T-Rex's dex. Dang it. That one, I don't get to keep.
I thought he kept his stats.
Yeah, I keep his
His
mental
mental-
stats.
mental
I can't
stats,
keep his
but-
physical
Okay.
stats.
Your physical.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Yeah.
No, I saw his constitution and thought it was. Oh my gosh. Alright, so TX rolls a 1. These other angels.
T-Rex eats the fucking knife.
So the one closest to you is going to get hit. The other ones are going to.
Take half.
I had to beat a 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to take half.
I mean, it's not max damage, but
It's an AoE.
only 13. I am an artificer.
How high are these?
How high are they?
Yeah.
I'll say they're about 15 feet above the ground.
Damn. Okay. This one took 13 points of damage.
Yeah, the one closest took 13.
Okay.
And I only.
The T-Rex took... Oh, I don't even have your stats in here.
It's double. I only moved 50, so I'm gonna move back. On this item.
Okay. Louis?
He is going to move back right here. Within
That's a good spot.
the friend. To protect them.
Fabio!
I'll cast Polymorph on this one right here.
Oh,
Turn him into a sheep.
shit. Alright, what is that? Charisma? I completely forgot how OP Polymorph is.
I was really hoping that they wouldn't transform.
do it on yourself?
Yeah. If you turn him into a sheep, he's just going to turn back into himself at
He's
the end of it.
he's
That
doing
is
it to
how
the
close-
angel.
He's doing it on the angel on the right,
Yeah, the angel.
floating.
Yeah.
Because if the angel falls,
If that angel falls,
gonna go
no way it
splat.
fucking survives. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
it takes
Okay.
full damage.
He's doing it to the
Oh.
angel.
yeah, not him.
I need to refresh my roll
Either
20
angel-
then.
Okay, what's the saving throw? It's
Believe it
wisdom?
was-
Constitution?
Oh, sorry. Talking about that. Wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay. Right. Okay, well, angels have advantage on spells. They have magic resistance. Thank gosh, because dragons don't. What do I have to beat?
Saving throw, right?
Yeah,
17.
they beat it.
What the fuck, dude?
That's
Oh,
that's their
man.
saving throws is wisdoms and charisma. They're angels.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
All right, and then I fucking back up
you-
in defeat.
It was a phenomenal plan. Honestly, like the second you said polymorph, I was like, "Fuck!" But so you shoot out a,
Do they?
and there's a sigil that appears above them, and static starts creaking. She takes her sword and stabs through it, breaking your spell.
Do they not have hex on them?
Only one of them has hex.
No, he doesn't have hex. He has relentless hex, or not relentless. He has hexblade's curse. Two different things. I can't cast hex anymore. The main guy has hexblade's curse, and that only helps me.
Oh. Never mind.
I'll use my bonus action and turn into an elemental. Air elemental.
Hell yeah, beach.
Air elemental. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to grab an air elemental. So they already retreat, and we've barely started our onslaught. And he's
He has a running speed, doesn't he?
and he says, "You realize my form does not limit my mobility. I simply can transform at will. He transforms, turns into his angel self, and he begins to slowly fly and float over. That was just a mere glimpse of my power. I can become much more, much. And then you hear Refugee just yell out, "Oh, shut up already!" And Siva comes in
Oh my god, dude.
and munches on, like, grabs him, breaks the bridge, completely destroys it, grabs the angel, which, by the way, was a deva. I like to call them divas. And and they go tumbling down together as you see that he is swinging his sword, and every strike with his sword causes like blast of radiant energy that goes and breaks nearby rocks and causes this giant shockwave, and Siva is just taking the blows as Refugee is slamming at the angel as they go tumbling down. And we'll find out next week what happens.
Oh, shit. I wanted to keep going with the fight. Fuck it, dude. Play game. Oh my god.
Like that one, dude. I was like, well, prepare yourself, guys.
Fuck, man. I
How the
was
heck-
hoping it worked
Oh my
like.
God. Oh, you're no
I was hoping it worked like fucking polymorph. If I wouldn't have casted the spell magic earlier, I was gonna try to hex it, then next make it charisma, then next turn banish, but I only had one spell slot.
Are you freaking kidding me? I was about to show you guys the glitch that Roll20 does to me, and it went away, and I don't even know how it went
doesn't
away.
work.
Well, it's not that line, so
It literally, oh my. I don't even know what I did to make it go away. Do I just change pages? Is that it? Has that been the answer to all my problems? Alright, I'm going to show you guys anyways. Thank you guys for watching the Dragon and Friends podcast. I know we derail, we get off topic, but we have fun doing so. We're just a bunch of friends playing games, playing D&D together. And you can always catch us live on Twitch Fridays at 8 p.m. where we love to discuss D&D topics. We love to interact with the audience. And if you are lucky enough, you get to insert yourself into the game by watching us with some bit points and stuff like that. So, we'll get into talking about after game stuff or our shenanigans, the post game talk podcasts. But yeah, let me share my screen, show you guys. So if you look, so you see this thing right here, like when I hover over something and there's like it glows in black. Hold on, let me put on some
hey,
music.
Fabio, the camera's a little janky right now.
That's okay.
I don't know if it's
It's because I added my share screen.
Alright, I'll say just in case if you're still because you're streaming, I don't know if it'll.
Yeah, I'm still streaming. Yeah, well, the so this is all the music that, like, when you guys are talking, I'm like getting ready for the next scene to like pick a song, and right now I'm looking for that. Okay, so you see how it highlights?
Yeah.
If I go do something, like I want this song to start, and so I start playing it, it will get stuck just like that, and it will stay there. And it will stay there.
The song will get stuck.
No, you see these black things that are on my.
Thing.
That is annoying.
I turn off and I'll get so many of them, and I'll be talking to you guys, and they'll just, and I'm like, all right, I got to change the song, and I can't click on things when they're above it.
And you click on another tab and click back, and it's still there.
And so like I'll go to roll dice, and they're here, and I'll be like,
No,
all right,
no.
what did you roll? And I'm like,
On the Chrome tab, like on the very top, if you switch back, and it's
no, still there. I don't know how they disappeared before, and if I refresh my page, it messes up Roll20 when I refresh my page, and so I just sit here and I just deal with it all night,
Down.
and I don't say anything because I'm like, it happens every night, But tonight I had more than I ever had before. Like I had the whole right side was just black, and I was like, "What is happening?" Like this is. But yeah, boom. Look, I even figured out how to make the glitch work. If I'm dragging the song, look at that. Oh, maybe I just gotta avoid that. No, it's impossible to avoid it. Because when you want to turn off the song, just don't touch it. Or I can exit out every song to stop it, but then I gotta go look for it again. But yeah. And I have no idea how I made it go away. I didn't even realize it was gone.
So what we could do if you wanted people to see our rolls is do the same thing you do with Discord, but with Roll20, and just
Yeah,
that's group of
I've thought about that. The only issue is I spend more time
on the music.
on the music than I do
You would have to open another tab, I think.
with Roll20 on it.
Yeah.
That's right, because I could have 2 Roll20s up at a time. Huh, that would work. Yeah, I'll do that. I like that. And we'll put it over Amal's face.
Well, we'll have to figure out how to move everyone around.
We'll put it
Get
over.
all the faces up.
But, okay, so...
I'm looking up like how to fix this.
So, I think I'm just gonna... So there's a website that has all these same musics that are royalty free. I think I'm just going to, do that. I'm gonna use the website instead. And then I'll just play the website through Discord.
Yeah, that would work. That way you don't get your glitch and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are how do you guys feel fighting these ridiculously strong enemies?
Horrified.
I like it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it definitely makes me think about what the hell I can do with my spells. How creative I can be.
You guys have had it easy up until now.
That's true.
I'm useless.
And it makes you guys I hope it makes you like think like, okay, next time I'm in a shop, maybe I should maybe I should prepare for stuff.
Actually, buy potions, but we don't want to spend our money.
I don't have any, so.
Same. I give it all to you.
Yeah, I have all the money.
And you bought a, what was it, 3,000 gold piece horse?
You know what?
Worth every penny?
Sapphire. We have
Worth
like
every
4
penny.
hats.
Hey, I'm not judging, I'm just saying. I am just saying aloud what you bought. And it's
Okay.
worth every penny.
Yeah.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Well, how I said it was on purpose. No, I'm just- In that
Oh, I
case,
also have a revivify scroll.
you're gonna need that. I'm feeling.
Oh, I think no, that's what I was working on. The revivify scroll.
So does anyone want to be in my movie? Or does anyone want to help me make the movie?
With work starting to pick up, I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I'm not gonna have the time. I have
That's
enough
okay.
skill set to
The
help.
fact that you were interested, that I find intriguing.
I mean, doing stuff that I might be able to help with, but I have no actual skill set to.
That's okay. Neither do I. Whole reason why I'm doing it.
I saw a picture that perfectly explains this to me sometimes.
Well, you guys were like the only friends I could ask, so looks like I'm making this movie on my own.
I'm
I
sorry.
got you.
No,
Never
you're
mind.
good. You're good. No. Like, I'm not offended, nor am I like
I'm
like
for real, I do
upset.
got
Oh, well,
No, Salvador's like, I do got you. All right, Salvador, we'll learn how to do stuff together.
I hate editing though.
You've never done it. How could you hate it?
That's my point. There's a reason I don't touch computers, alright? They stress me out.
Then that means you have to act.
I can do that.
He's like, I can do that. I can act.
I help with everything else besides acting.
Will it be good acting? No, but I'm there.
Man, I
Hey.
used to do
I don't-
these
no, thank you.
skits for church camp and stuff. I got acting.
No, I don't. Salvador, thank you, but no, don't feel obligated that you got to help me or anything like that. I ask because I can, and I'll take any help I can get.
Totally, if I got time, I got you.
I just feel bad because whoever's gonna have to act for me is gonna get.
Or like, do it again. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Do it again.
Which right now I'm also trying to find the time to like edit my videos, and I'm trying to like see where I
So-
can fit it in between.
Yeah.
Weekends are tight for me too.
I'm probably gonna do this on Wednesdays nights, which makes me wonder when am I gonna film this. I would have to film on different days, but I'm gonna start writing the script on Wednesdays, so you can help with the writing process as we come up with an outline and a storyboard, and then you can help with the acting. But yeah, no. My best advice, which is funny, and this goes for anyone who wants to DM and is trying to do hobbies and stuff like that.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it, but a schedule. Holy shish kebab. I am someone who has stated many times that I do not like routines. I get bored in a routine. I think it's
That's the
because...
first thing he told me.
Yeah, the first thing I told Caitlin when I met her was like, I hate routines. I think it was because the routines I used to do were stuff like either they were boring or my life, like I don't know. I didn't have a outlet that I was as passionate for. Having a schedule helps so much. I do the same thing every week, but because I know where everything is, and I've set specific times for everything. It makes my life so much more manageable, and I don't feel.
Yeah.
The only reason I feel bad is if I literally skip it, you know, like, like even if it's just like once. Like I set aside one day for social activities. And that's a Saturday. Like, if anyone wants to do anything with me, I set aside one day.
Oh,
And then my Tuesday is my flexible, like, social day. But that's usually for, like, if stuff needs to get done. Other than that, that's my only advice, Cesar. Like, just look at your schedule, look at your time, and just start blocking it out.
Yeah, that's why I got a planner as far as I know for sure. I got my days planned for streaming, but just the editing is just so freaking tight, dude. I've been just, yeah, I don't know.
Editing.
Because also I have to work on my tickets, and it can fluctuate how many tickets I have and how much I have to work on each ticket for work. So
Yeah.
sometimes I spend that time. But now I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna allow work to take over my fucking time. I'm gonna spend 1 hour, and that's all they get. If they want to fucking escalate or do whatever the fuck they want, that's on. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, that's my ultimate goal is to eventually prosper in Twitch or like, you know, this industry rather than spend more time on that. So I'm just like, you know, fuck that.
Also, Fabio started streaming. I think I was gonna tell you. So people, I said I think you should put yourself on camera for Twitch, but like, do what you do here. Just cut off your head. I think that would. I don't know how many views you're getting. I did watch one of your backlogs because I couldn't catch you live, but no, dude. So like last month, if we're gonna talk about Twitch for a little bit, actually, okay. Before we do that, does anyone have anything to say about the game?
I'm scared.
Yoselin, Itzel.
Yeah.
You seems like you didn't want to talk to Helm. What was up with that?
Oh, I misinterpreted.
Well, dude, I didn't know it was Helm either. I was like, oh. shit a
I
god.
thought he wanted me to pull the blade out to be like, no, I do want to do this. But that's not what that was.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Now that I know what your character was thinking, I can
Yeah.
my approach won't be so. I don't. Well, okay. Never mind. It's okay. There's.
In my head, it sounds very much like action
Yeah, she's action oriented.
shows. So it's like, okay, you say this, so I'm going to show you otherwise.
Well, the fact
Is
that
what
you
I'm thinking.
the fact that you continued through the dungeon is good
Yeah.
too. So that's good.
That was just a misinterpretation of on my part.
Well, you kept playing with it, so I was just like, huh, okay, we'll see where this.
Well, I kept the sword. It's on me. I have no idea.
And
It
you
might
guys,
just be, it might just be a junk sword, but I'm gonna hold on to it.
so you guys have like seemed to hit a huge roadblock with those angel barriers.
Yes.
Yeah, I dodge. Yeah.
I am upset.
Yeah, because we didn't figure out. None of us are especially. It kind of makes sense. None of us are like specially trained in in the arcane or know a ton of it. So makes
Yeah.
sense. But
So don't be afraid. You guys are.
just because
Don't be afraid to think outside the box. You guys are. So this is what I try to do with my puzzles. Like, I want to follow the rules of the game, but I also want to show you guys that, like, go out of your way, be creative with what you want to do. You guys are really sticking to the rules of the game, which is good. I appreciate that. But when I make these weird puzzles that are obviously like different, just sometimes you'll get it by sticking through the rules of the games because I can't think of everything, and I'll just be like, oh, that works, but that's not what I wanted it to do. Like, like I'll be upset, but I'll learn from it. But yeah,
I will say I really
like
wanna try that.
for example, everyone takes turns using dispel, but no one ever thinks to use dispel at the same time.
Actually, that was exactly what I was gonna try.
You know what I'm
but then
saying?
We found the latch, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay, fuck it, we don't need to." But I swear on the Lord's name, dude.
I
was
swear
about
on
to say-
Laura's name.
I was about to say, "Hey, we might have to take a short rest, but let's try this at the same time." But then we found the latch, and I was like, "Okay, cool, we don't have to do that."
So it's
But then
like
I wanted to
it's
try
one
the
of those
damage
things where it's like, okay, I say something, I'm not giving you all the information on purpose, but I'm trying to like slowly hint, like, oh, if you do this, this happens. If you do this, this happens. Like, but in a way, I'm trying to get you to be like, oh, what if we do it at the same time? What if the second this starts to happen, we try to do this? Like, don't. Yeah, and at the same time, it's hard as a DM. So right here sucks because, I feel like I'm giving a hint, and it's a good learning process for me because I want to see, because no one's gonna get it. No one's gonna have the answer. If there's only one answer to the problem, no one's gonna get it. Like, for all you DMs out there, I'm sorry, but like, you got to be flexible. If your players come up with something creative, kind of roll with it, but at the same time, like, set a difficulty for the puzzle. If they're trying things and it goes, don't break your own puzzle to get them out of a situation. But if they do outsmart you and they come up with something that's other than the answer, go with it.
Yeah, I really wanted to try the banishment thing, but the only reason the reason Maul didn't go for it was just because it was kind of down there. He was trying to like be like, hey, should we, is this a good idea? Get everyone to be like, you know what, yeah, but then just Teoda's like, lesson learned. Next time, just fucking go for it. I know what we might run into it later, so I am gonna want to try it later. So I'm not gonna ask, oh, what happens? Like, I don't know if I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't tell you either way.
Yeah.
I
They just die in their world. Fuck it, it works. It works.
Yo, those angels. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in love with those angels. Their flyby. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That shit's
yeah.
so fucking annoying.
You know what's
None-
annoying?
none-
You know
none
what's
of the
annoying?
rates
Having none of your fucking like abilities be useful because it's.
I mean, they're gonna be useful versus the big bad guy that got taken away by the fucking dragon. So, oh my god, dude! Like, I was like, okay, you know what? At least I have my Hexblade's curse. It's a thing I can crit on 19s and 20s. I get a little bit of extra damage. The dragon grabbed them and they're fighting in the air. I'm just like, well, fuck.
Looks like I'm truly just a cleric now. Just heals.
Yeah.
Just heals for me, bro.
Looks like that text block issue has been around for 4 years so far.
Oh, you've been looking that up?
Yeah.
Well, I
Look
mean,
at this.
Roll20 is a free service that you can use, so.
Yeah.
Well, the devs haven't. They said that they were going to address this issue, and they haven't
Oh.
for over 4 years. So, it's like, all right.
Well, on that
So the only
disappointing
way to
note,
bring it back is to actually open up a new post and talk to them.
we will stop there. Good talks. Anyone have any last words?
Mercy.
I just want to see a dragon fight angel.
You got it.
You
Okay.
want to see? I mean,
We already saw it. That was cool.
no. I was gonna say.
Watch.
I was gonna say, but you fought a dragon.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Not nearly as
Oh,
cool, though.
I am not a I am not an angel. Very clear. This.
Not nearly as cool though. Let's be honest.
Man,
Not an angel.
it was a
You're just gonna come back.
compliment. You know, it was kind of like like you're an angel kind of compliment, and you had to go and just.
Hurt? What hurt? You wanna feel some heavy?
This seems to track. This seems to track from
This is off topic.
other people who say the same thing about me.
Well, it's funny because when you said you're not an angel, in my head I was like, you couldn't be more. That couldn't be more true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Until next time. Play nice.